Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Zal here, and we're back again with another Mass Effect 3 gameplay video. Are we looking bright? I think we're looking cool. I hope you are all doing very, very well. First of all, that's obviously a first. Equally, if you haven't seen my community post, which was quite a couple of paragraphs, you should definitely check it out. Otherwise, I'll pop it here. Pop it here even. Just pause the video and read through it. Basically, good news for you guys, and good news for anyone enjoying the story side and other games other than Monster Hunter on the channel. Okay, but yeah, what have we got to do today? Citadel stuff. I basically want to get all of this Citadel stuff out the way, including Dr. Brayson, and sort of do everything bar go into Anderson's apartment, because we need to leave that before we actually finish the game, apparently. Have we got any? No, we haven't. I don't believe we need to go around talking to everyone. I will quickly go and do it just in case, but I don't think we need to. Also, I am going to... Let's have a look. I'm going to turn squad mate power use off again, and then we're going to take, obviously, Caden with his Reeve ability, and we're going to see how that goes. Okay? I'm going to finally try to start using powers as they should be, and then go from there. Because I think that is fair enough, and I think we're a good size on the screen. Yeah, we're a pretty good size. Perfect.
Cerberus is gonna have a hard time recruiting now. Glad you talked Samara down.
I never thought I'd see her flinch from her duty.
I don't know. On one hand, that code's all she's had to live by for, God, centuries. And the galaxy goes to hell. The old rules don't cut it anymore. I mean, we're cutting some corners, right?
A few.
Well, the Alliance can always court-martial us after we save the galaxy. Commander?
Wonderful.
What are you doing, Edie?
Monitoring reports of proton storms and other space weather. With the Reapers attacking the comm buoy systems, critical warnings may be lost.
How bad are these storms?
If we are warned, not bad. If we are not warned, very bad.
Thanks for the info, Edie.
Perfect. Okay, I don't think anyone is really going to have much to say, because it was only a distress signal. So they might have little...
and Edie are going to Purgatory next time we're at the Citadel. Can't wait to see how that turns out.
Yeah, tell me about it. I'm sure we'll find out. I am going to just quickly go and talk to everyone, so I'm going to edit it down so it's kind of us beginning to speak with everyone. And then, yeah, I'll see you very shortly.
That was a rough mission. The Reapers are an ingenious and ruthless enemy. Poor Rila. Ingenious and ruthless. The worst kind. Never met a real Ardat Yakshi. Not that I know of, anyway. I think I dodged a bullet there. Seriously, I think I would have been a goner. Good to see you.
Everybody was fighting the Rachni, trying to push them back through the relay. Finally, the Krogan were turned loose and stopped them.
I see.
But when the Krogan rebelled, we had to deploy the genophage to stop them. Wasn't the only rebellion. 1,000 years later, the Geth revolted against the Quarians. That was a...
No, we still got to do that.
Then along came the humans. My own people tangled with them for a while, and now, to top it all off, we've got the Reapers. What about you?
The Ouroboros fought the Densorin. The Andoromai conquered the Vandomai, and the Jatil turned against the Jar.
So, I guess nobody really ever gets their act together.
The Sinreal claimed to have found the path to eternal peace.
What happened?
The Ditaka preferred war and wiped them out.
I hope you guys had alcohol.
Some of the crew seem shocked by the monstrosities we have encountered. They haven't seen what the Reapers could corrupt after 100 years. That was our war. Every battle conjured a new nightmare. This human holds such childish views of war. Your species has much to learn. Commander.
Samara's the kind of soldier we need in this war. Nothing gets in her way. I just hope I'm not in her way someday. That woman means business.
Is she with us now? Is she on our...
Now it's a mutated Asari. The Reapers are just a giant nightmare factory that never ends. I can only imagine what the Reapers are doing to the Drell, or the Hanar, or the Vorcha. This could get a lot worse before it gets better.
Using my biotics to toss someone across the room is a decent attention grabber.
Yes, but it's also a good way to draw enemy fire.
Well, you can handle yourself in a fight now, Lyra. I mean, not that your biotics weren't impressive the first time we met.
I have had my fair share of opportunities to use them these past few years.
Well, I'm glad you got through in one piece. Sounds like you have a few stories to tell.
Oh. 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 What is this? Power damage store discount. Yeah, I'll take a store discount. Weapon upgrade. Yeah, we'll take weapon damage.
Poor Rila. But I'm glad she set off that bomb, Shepard.
Ow!
You're not upset the monastery was destroyed?
No, not after what I saw. I don't care that they were Ardat Yakshi. To be turned into such creatures, nobody deserves that.
Yeah, they were pretty scary beasties for Reapers
It's
to
good
use.
to see you.
It's good to see you too.
At your
Okay.
service.
Is Chakras gonna have much to say? Probably not. She usually doesn't.
It would help all involved if you could barter a trade of medical supplies with the Citadel refugees.
Oh yes, of course.
Speak to Tactus.
Yeah.
You should be able to find him near the door.
Yep. I've got that in my thing. That's perfect. Okay, so Diana, James, Lieutenant Cortez. Okay.
Citadel next
Yes,
time you're
yes, I know. Everybody wants to meet me on the Citadel. Trust me. This whole episode is Citadel based, depending on how quick we can get through it. So, wait, how do I? Oh, there we go. Where is the relay? There it is. We're going to run out of fuel. I know we might be alright. We're okay. Good. So, Citadel. Yep, let's go there. And then we're going to do... Okay. So we still have tons to do on the Citadel, and actually even more now. We can't do personal apartment. We can probably do these two, and we're going to do the Alliance docks now, because that should throw me into...
Clear to dock, Normandy.
Wonderful.
Do you need ground transport?
No, I believe...
Navigation is becoming increasingly difficult due to the number of refugee ships in the docking area.
Oh? What does that mean then? Okay. Alright, we have an awful lot to do. What do we want to do first? What do we want to do last? Who knows? Medical supplies. Normandy doctor. Broker a trade with Tactus. Refugee camp. Okay, that's fine. Volus ambassador. Cool. Shore leave. That's DLC, or that's something we have to leave until last. Doctor to Citadel is looking for cerberus poison. Find a sample. God knows where we would find that. Fragments of Reaper code. Again, no idea. Okay. So actually not much, but I think a lot of this journal stuff doesn't include us actually speaking to our crewmates, does it?
Have you discovered a way to run FTL spaceships without an ESO core, Private Talavi?
No, ma'am.
Then consider this a serious assignment. Intel's expecting a Cerberus raid.
Cerberus? Cerberus?
They're a problem?
I thought we were fighting Reapers, ma'am.
Give it a week. You could be.
Tree and Zoo's hope
What I find interesting is the fact that this Volos and the Hanar were a problem. It's obviously that all these
Shepard,
races...
if you're feeling up to it, I thought we could do something fun for a change. Shepard, glad you came.
What'd you have in mind?
Something that doesn't involve fighting Reapers.
I don't think they've conquered the bar yet.
I already scoped it out. But then I thought, if this was my last day alive, I'd actually like to remember it.
So?
So, I had an idea.
Where are we going? I need to go to Spectre Terminal as well.
Where are we going?
Somewhere we're not supposed to.
Some things never change, do they?
Ever have that one thing you always wanted to do before you died, Shepard?
Too busy trying to live. What's yours?
The whole time I worked at CSEC, I'd stare up at the top of the Presidium and say to myself, I want to go up there. But I never did. There were 137 regulations telling me I couldn't.
It's a lot of regulations.
So you got them changed?
No. Now I just don't give a damn.
Could we not get shot down?
Figured it's time to do something stupid just for the hell of it. Might be the last chance we ever get. A little busier than I imagined.
How about a dive in the pool?
You obviously haven't seen Turians swim. It's a lot of flailing and splashing, interrupted by occasional bouts of drowning.
You're right. I just have to save your ass again.
It'd make up for all the times I pulled your ass out of the fire. Novaria, Pharos, Ilos. We've had a hell of a ride, haven't we, Shepard?
Oh.
Times like these, you know who your real friends are. They're not the ones running around looking for an escape route. They're the ones who stand at your side through the worst of it. Who never give up on you. I'm lucky I can say I know someone like that.
So am I.
I mean, Garrus is very
You're not
much...
going to propose marriage now, are you? Now, before we head back, there is one thing we're going to settle. Once and for all. I'm not saying you don't know how to handle a gun, just saying some of us know how to make it dance. So, let's find out who's really the best shot.
There are a few people in the galaxy who've seen me in action, Garrus. They seemed impressed.
Yeah, but I've actually seen you dance, Shepard. No comment.
All right, Vicarian. You're going down.
And don't worry, I loaded it with practice slugs for when you miss. That was an easy one. Let you build up your confidence. Long range, I wrote the book. Nobody alive can do this, not even Commander Shepard. Give me a tough one.
This is nice.
I said a tough one.
Step aside.
Yeah, I think we give him a little win, right?
Do it.
I'm Garrus Vicarian, and this is now my favorite spot on the Citadel.
It's windy up here.
Think I'm going to erect a monument right here. Bronze this gun so the whole galaxy knows.
That you're the king of the bottle shooters. Glad you're around, Garrus. Never know when the bottles might revolt.
Aww. See, I like Garrus because he's been there since day one, and he's never tried to be something he's not. He's like one of our true... Oh, God! He's been one of our true crewmates, really. Okay, so I imagine a lot of this is going to be just playing with people? That could have been said a lot better.
Status recognized. Please select a destination.
Holding... That's the refugee place, isn't it?
Areas tagged of interest to you are highlighted on the elevator menu.
They're not
One
there.
moment, please.
But yeah, it's nice, because I guess, like, Caden's given us a hard choice to make. And Liara hasn't so much, but I feel like Garrus has always been there, whilst Liara obviously wasn't really there in Mass Effect 2, bar as an extra. A big extra, but she, you know. Right. Who am I looking for? Anyone here? You? Preacher? Nope. Ah, you, James? What the fuck is going on here?
Commander,
Tattoo?
what brings you down here?
I was about to ask you that.
Well, after our little chat, I made up my mind. I'm gonna join the N7 program.
And you're celebrating by getting a tattoo?
Sort of. See, there's no official channels to go through right now. So, I guess this is my way of making it official. Technically, I'm just an N7 recruit, but, you know, I figure with you as my training officer, how could I fail?
Yeah,
right?
True.
I'm flattered, but I wouldn't exactly say I'm training you.
Not officially, but what the hell is in this goddamn war? I'm just saying, whether you like it or not, you're my direct superior, and you're N7. So I take my lead from you, and you know, I'll take whatever advice you got.
Really?
Sure. The good advice.
Well, they wouldn't ask you if they didn't think you could handle it.
Here's hoping.
But the real work starts now.
Uh-huh. I know it seems like I don't take things seriously, but when I commit to something, I fully commit.
Clearly.
Hey, I won't let you down.
The only person you need to prove yourself to is the one standing in the mirror every morning.
Good point.
You know, that's gonna sting for a few days. You gonna be ready for duty?
Well, I'm not looking forward to slapping my armor back on, but I'm always ready.
Glad to hear it.
Careful.
Okay, awesome. Right, who else am I looking for? Oh,
Hey.
Your parents get here yet?
Nope. It's okay. I mean, they'll get here. They always keep their promises. Their shuttle was probably just late or something. That's all.
I'm sure you're right. I look forward to meeting you.
I probably did, unfortunately. Anyone here I can give my stuff to? Tactus.
I recognize you. You're Commander Shepard.
I am indeed.
And you must be Tactus. Heard the refugees consider you their leader.
Yes, someone needs to sort out this mess.
Nice face paint.
CSEC has tightened access to the Citadel, and we've got desperate people down here with no place to go.
I also hear you need basic medical supplies. Dr. Shakwa spoke of a mutually beneficial trade.
I tried to be clear. In my experience, the Alliance looks out for their own. Trust is a hard thing to come by these days. I know you need our military supplies, but they're worth far more than your basic meds. Her offer wasn't satisfactory.
Your people need our supplies, and my people need every edge we can get. Your combat-grade meds will make a difference, and our mission may just save everyone. Now is not the time for pettiness or mistrust.
With our day-to-day worries, it's easy to forget we are all in this together. I'll have my people contact yours.
Oh, fantastic.
You'll have your supplies as soon as possible.
Wonderful. Nice and easy. Good. That's what we like, especially nowadays in the Citadel.
Damn it, I'm telling you, someone sabotaged the Medi-gel dispensers.
Ah.
No, if I knew who, I'd have had them arrested. It doesn't matter. What matters is that I've got Turian soldiers dying for lack of medication.
So
Damn
what?
it, I'm telling you, someone sabotaged the Medi-gel dispensers.
So what do I need to do there then? Medica... what? Find the dispensers and repair them. Oh god. So I just need to look out for those as well, because the map will never tell me where they are. Ever. Like 0 chance. Ah, that's technically a yeah. I assume they're all just in here, are they? Or are they everywhere? No, they're probably just in here. Wonderful. You,
hey,
saying.
I've assumed full control of Eclipse, and we're committed to moving forward with Aria.
Good. Good, good, good. So who could use... I thought there was someone... Anomalies Doctor has noted. Yep, but needs simple civilian necessities. We've done that. Turian poison we haven't done. Okay. Where else are the Metagel terminals? How many Metagel terminals are there, guys? Oh, that's it. Oh, wonderful. Well, look at that. See, those kind of mini missions I like. When we have to get into the ship, scan every god knows planet to try and possibly find the thing. Not so much.
I fixed the sabotage. The Metagel dispensers should be working now.
Thank you. I'll get patients moving through triage immediately. I wish we could have found the bastard responsible for the sabotage. But this is going to save a lot of lives. Thank you.
But I think although most of you, and me even, are in agreement with the fact that missions probably could have been done better in the way that it tells you, you know, where to go. Or not where to go, which is the problem, right? I think that's also meant to be the point, right? We're not meant to have our hand held throughout these missions, and what we can get done, great. It's probably not designed so someone can get 100% of them done. Now, I assume some crazy man or woman has done that, but they're not expecting you to. And that's what's going to make the difference between this final battle and who you have ready to actually come with you in the fight. Because if you could just do it all easily, it doesn't really work, right? Oh, Shavik, hi. Oh, was there anyone in there? No, James was, yes. Okay.
Hell of a view, isn't it?
During our war, this place became a myth to my people. A dream glimpsed only in the memory shards. The Citadel was both the heart of our civilization and its demise.
The Reapers hit here first, didn't they?
No one I knew had ever seen the Citadel. To be here now, I don't know what to think.
It might not seem like much, but a Prothean is standing on the Citadel, alive. That's a victory in itself.
Perhaps. When things were at their darkest, we used to tell stories, imagining the wonders of this place. The seat of our empire, the power to sway worlds. The galaxy belonged to us.
Nowadays, a lot of races have embassies here.
It's true then. You share power with the rest?
It's not perfect, but it's kept the peace. Most of the time.
Oh, of course.
This one has been listening. This one suspects you are a Prothean.
Hey, Hannah. I remember your kind when you were still minnows in the ocean.
This one is unworthy. This one has seen the face of an enkindler.
They consider your kind to be their gods.
A pity we did not teach them to speak better.
You're really a Prothean?
I am.
But if you lost the last war, what hope do we have?
For many, there may be no hope. The Reapers killed trillions in my cycle. The odds of being among the
I don't think that's gonna work.
But you are still alive now. That alone is a miracle. And you still have the power to fight. My people knew your kind when you were young. Turian, Asari, Hannah. There was potential in all of you. Now you must seize that potential and become the weapon you are meant to be. The weapon that tells the Reapers we are not machines. We are alive, and we will fight back.
Thank you. That meant a lot. Commander Shepard, it must be an honor to have a Prothean fighting alongside you.
He's starting to learn his way around. Javik is one of the best soldiers I've ever seen.
The commander is a capable warrior as well, for a human who once lived in caves. Thank you, Commander. I've enjoyed my time here, walking among the young. I will see you back on the Normandy.
Oh, that was nice. Okay, so there should be a Volus problem here. Please don't tell me it's him. Oh no.
Thank you again, Earth Clan. Our military strength is minimal, but we are proud to help as we can.
No, not him then. Is that Samara?
I hoped you'd come. I won't remain here much longer.
Oh.
What are you doing on the Citadel, Samara?
I suppose I came to say goodbye. Falair is safe, and Rila is at rest. I felt the need to speak to you before heading to battle. I want you to know there is no one else I'd rather see leading us in our last hours.
We'll make the galaxy proud. The largest fleet in history is already on our side.
It is impressive. Most would have deemed such an alliance impossible. But Shepard, be sure to assess your force's strengths and weaknesses before setting out.
I'm so worried about the Quarians and the Geth.
What are the other Justicars doing?
I really am.
Most have made it home. They will attempt to hold Thessia. With the odds we face, it's possible our order will no longer exist after this war.
There's that few of you?
Our numbers were never great. We must prepare to sacrifice ourselves, if that is what's required.
Was being a Justicar worth it if that's how it all ends?
The Justicars were formed to bring order to a world that laughs at the notion. The role is solitary. Its demands are lonely and uncompromising, often to the point of pain. But following the code left me with no regrets. Take that for what you will.
You know, I never asked you if your code has anything useful on fighting Reapers.
Treat them as any other enemy. Show no quarter, mercy, or weakness.
But they're not like any other.
The only difference is the scale of our foe. The code is too strict to account for such small discrepancies.
Is that how you see it too?
You yourself killed a Reaper on the Citadel, and then another on Tuchanka. I can only follow such bravery.
Yeah, but that took a lot.
Will Falair be alright in the monastery? Or what's left of it?
We spoke for some time. It won't be easy. But if there is a way to survive, Falair will find it. It was good to see her again. Perhaps it's unseemly for a Justicar to dwell so much on her family.
I'm just happy things worked out.
I was fortunate that Falair saw things so clearly. And it would have turned out quite differently without your intervention. Thank you.
Good luck out there, Samara.
You as well. I don't know if you believe in such things, but Goddess go with you, Shepard. We'll both be tested in fire, soon enough.
Could Falair not become a Justicar, though? Where is the Volus, then? I thought he was at the embassies.
Look, I filled out all the forms you requested and jumped through every hoop. I don't even know where Nyota is, and I'm gonna be deployed soon, too. Everyone's been called back to active duty since Earth was attacked.
I understand, but...
I can't leave my daughter here alone. I need to send her back to Thessia, to her family.
These things are very complicated, and usually take a very long time. It's even worse with everything going on right now. I'm very sorry. If you can't accept a fostering by proxy until her file is processed, there's nothing more I can do.
There we are. Where is this Volus? I'm sure he was here. Cerberus, Aria, Cerberus, Martin, where is it? Volus. A message from Primarch Victus implicates Volus Ambassador Dinkolak. Investigate the ambassador at the Presidium embassies. Well, that is where I'm at. Maybe Bailey knows? Bailey, do you know?
So many pieces to put back together since the Cerberus attack. We're reeling from the implications. Udina in league with Cerberus trying to murder the Council. These are dark days for all of us.
Thought you'd be in the hospital.
If I'm breathing, I'm working. Probably the worst I've ever been hurt. Fitting, I guess, given the state of the galaxy. But if Cerberus thinks a few slugs is gonna keep me out of action, they've got another thing coming.
All that time you were working for Adina, did you ever suspect?
Always rubbed me a little wrong. Still, that traitorous bastard upped me. Probably made me for an idiot. I guess I proved him right.
He's dead, and you're still here, Bailey.
Thanks to you. If you hadn't shown up, Adina and Cerberus would be dancing on my grave.
You hear anything about your family out there?
Not a peep. Always believed I'd get a chance to tell my ex-wife a few things. And my kids on Earth. I was supposed to visit them. First vacation in years, but I had to cancel when I got
I feel like his kid is the one we saw get blown up.
Don't give up hope, Bailey.
Honestly. And I don't know why.
Thanks, Shepard. I'm really trying not to think about it.
How does the Citadel fit into the war now?
The war finally found us. This is so far beyond our imagination, and we have been trained to expect the unexpected. Since the coup attempt, folks are shutting down and shutting in. I hear a lot of praying. And crying. They're saying this is the war to end all wars. Well, I haven't seen anything to say they aren't right.
Can this station be defended?
The internal security breaches have been patched, but we're dangerously low on manpower. We're grilling our own people and trying to figure out if Adina acted alone, but it's time-consuming. All in all, we're still vulnerable, but I think we've taken the right steps.
See, I would have thought this place would be like a fortress in terms of like the guns around it and ships and stuff like that, but
you got
maybe
your work
not.
cut out for you.
I'd imagine it's
You and me both, Shepard.
one of the most important ships, or buildings, so to speak. Where is this forest, though? I imagine I need to take a look at the... computer. Okay, Spectre terminal, message terminal. Let's go into message. That's new, I think.
Good to see you're all right, Shepard.
Ah.
Miranda, what's going on?
Couldn't meet in person. The Citadel is too dangerous right now. I heard about the attempted coup.
Yeah. With Kai Lang's help, Udina nearly seized control.
Kai Lang? That slippery bastard's still alive?
He's alive, and right in the middle of all this.
That complicates things. I'll be on my guard. Look, I don't have much time, but I learned what happened to my sister.
Where is she?
I don't know that yet, but my father was definitely responsible. If he's done anything to her, I'll kill him.
Miranda.
Shepard, listen. I'm being hunted by Cerberus assassins. A lot of them. I need to stay out of sight.
What? Why?
I heard a rumor. Maybe more, that my father is working on something for the elusive man.
Ooh.
Something big.
Why would your father be working with the elusive man? Especially now.
My father is ruthless about preserving his legacy.
Legacy?
He has an obsession with making his mark in history, ensuring his dynasty lasts forever.
And you think the elusive man made him an offer?
Exactly.
Whatever's going on with your father can't be good. We have to figure this out.
I agree, but I need to do this myself. It's time I stopped running from him.
You're sure?
Yes. I can't think straight until I know Aria's safe.
Be careful.
I can't promise that, Shepard. Could you?
No. I couldn't.
So is that up to us to deal with or not? No, it's not. Okay, Spectre terminal. Medical supplies. Yep, authorize. Right, here we go. Perfect. Volus Ambassador Din Korluk's current location. Biometric analysis does not allow us to detect him in any public location. His last known position was an office suite near the human embassy. Okay. I probably want a new gun. I believe. Maybe. Maybe. The M7 Paladin. Undercover agent. Small for its hitting power. Smaller clip. I don't know. Do we want Black Widow? What the fuck? You know what? I will buy that just because it looks good. I mean, I can't be 100%, right? But hey, who can? Office near the human embassy. Well, this is the human embassy, surely?
This is a problem, boss. Cerberus has changed their ciphers, and our code breakers aren't getting anywhere at the moment. I've got our best teams working in shifts on it, but ensuring Citadel systems integrity is just gonna take time. If we can get some of their field encryption tools, maybe sample ciphers.
Yes. So I can't get through here at all? Near the human embassy. Is this not the human embassy then? I didn't think we could actually go to the embassies. Small office.
Hello, Commandership. The current human ambassador is Dominic Osoba. Commander Bailey is the CSEC officer on duty. You will find him in the Citadel Security District office.
Any other important areas I should know about?
The Normandy is currently docked in D24, which is tagged to your biometrics.
Yep.
Docking Bay E24 has been repurposed into temporary housing to accommodate the recent influx of civilians to the Citadel. For medical needs, the Presidium offers leading-edge care at the Huerta Memorial Hospital. The Presidium Commons have been a cultural mainstay since the Council was first established at the Citadel.
Do you have any information on purgatory?
The term purgatory is present in many civilizations with varying associated uses and meanings.
No, the bar called purgatory.
The Citadel Tourist and Visitor Board has no establishment by that name on its list of approved nightlife entertainment facilities.
That's it. Thanks.
Please speak with me again if you require further assistance.
Office. Yeah. Is it me that speaks? Ah.
Was the Volus ambassador here earlier?
Yes, he was, Commander.
I need in. Spectre business.
I'll unlock the office when you're ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready. There we are then. So this is where the Hanar met his demise, right? I think. What I was going to say is it seems interesting that so far the Hanar, Volus, maybe the Elcor later on, all the ones that haven't got a seat on the council, the known council, are kind of trying to seize power in any way they can. Which is to be expected.
With us before, Ambassador.
That's because you were actually doing some good in the galaxy before.
Has that changed? How many colonies would be gone if we hadn't taken action against the Collectors?
Too many. But fighting the Alliance
must continue in order to end the war. We understand it took a lot for you to reach out to Cerberus, Ambassador Korlak. We ask that you trust us a little longer.
You people are monsters!
Ambassador, please.
Hundreds dead. Udina betraying the Council. I should have cut ties with you ages ago.
And what will that accomplish now? The risks you took by passing information to Cerberus, it's left you in an interesting position. If you sever contact, we can't protect you from the consequences.
I have no time for this.
We'll speak again. Have a good day, Ambassador Korlak.
The Turians think I'm still working for Cerberus. They've put a price on my head. I can't go to CSEC, but Cerberus has plans. An entire Turian colony rests on my life. If anyone finds this, I hid a tracking receiver in the office suite beside the human embassies. What are you...
He's out cold.
How can you tell through the suit.
Shut up and keep watch.
Where is this? In a drawer, did he say? What, in here? Where? You're the human oh, is that it? Aha.
Think he can talk yet?
Ambassador, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, I can hear you.
Take it easy on him. Has to be alive till the credits come through.
Tell me where you are.
We're still near the Presidium. CSEC will check Selkish arms when they realize I'm missing. Sure. Once they notice you're missing.
Stay calm. Help's coming.
Now arriving at Presidium.
I need more info on your location.
I don't know what else I can give you.
You trying to bribe us?
No, please, if you kill me, a colony will be wiped out. You should have tried the bribe.
Selkash Arms. Canala Exports.
It's my money and I'm closing my account.
Your account helps fund Citadel defense. If you shut it down and hide the money under your bed, it hurts the war effort.
Have you seen Palaven or Earth? You can't escape this war. At least here you've got the Council fighting for you.
But to fight, they need money. Money this bank has loaned them using accounts like yours.
Okay, damn it. Leave the account open.
Besides, someplace like Sanctuary promised more safety than the Citadel.
You're right. Guess all we can do is hope for the best.
Selkash Arm. Oh.
No, it can't wait until I'm back on duty. The Hesperia period. Their statues had legendarily accurate Prothean inscriptions. Can we use that? Yes, I know the Athena Nebula is off limits, but this... a classified project...
Okay. Another thing I possibly might be able to help with, clearly. Right. Oh yeah, I haven't seen this place since Cerberus blew it sky high.
How hard the doctors are working to keep that terrorist bastard alive.
He's in intensive care?
He got blasted by Cerberus. They think he's just a little victim.
Oh. Okay. Where is... Spectre Terminal's been updated as well. Okay. General... Oh my god.
Entire area shot to hell. Precision shots. I heard the Geth use jamming towers to prevent auto-targeting.
God.
You want my security?
Oh,
Give me a warrant. You're stonewalling me? Those bids could be vital to the war effort.
I doubt the Reapers have agents doing business in my cafe.
We're trying to protect you.
Hell of a job.
We're at war. If you care about the safety of the Citadel, you'll help CSEC however you can.
Thank you.
I have some high-profile customers. If word gets out that I'm ratting them out to CSEC.
You think I care about insider trading, electronic smuggling right now? I'm after the bastards who attacked the city. Nobody else.
Right.
All right.
Snarklash Arms or something? General Araka, can I deal with you?
Unless you can find a new source of weapons for CSEC, I'm putting together a task force to stop the Blue Suns myself.
Oh yeah, no, I'm doing that.
I'll get you your weapons, General.
I appreciate the effort, but I've spent...
Wait. What?
Commander.
Oh, okay.
Unless you can find a new source...
I'll get you...
I appreciate...
Okay, yeah. Well, we've got the black market stuff now, so at least we can go and give that to the guy. Ah. Oh.
Of course. P-O-R-A-E. No, I realize you can't tell me where she was deployed. Can you inform me if she's under orders not to communicate with her family? It's been a while since I heard from her. Uh-huh. But I would be contacted if she were injured, correct? Yes, I'm listed as her bond mate. Yes, I can hold. Her name is Tasha Poray. Of course. P.
Is she not the one at C-Sec? What's this? Casa Fabrication.
Welcome to the Citadel gift shop.
Yep.
All proceeds from today's purchase.
Non-Astara sporting goods. So it's got to be up here then. Hold on.
People have a right to defend themselves.
If you start selling weapons to everyone in the Citadel, C-Sec will shut this whole place down.
C-Sec couldn't protect us when Cerberus attacked. I'll take them to court.
You think a court is going to want more people running with guns right now?
Then I'll go to the wards and sell from the...
Well, that's true. I would
Would a bunch of
back the
civilians shooting
merchant.
at anything that moves make the Citadel safer?
The commander's right. Maybe if the council organizes a civilian militia with training. Otherwise, they'll just panic and get themselves killed.
I just want people to be safe.
I know, but second-guessing C-Sec isn't the way.
Okay.
What if we submit a proposal to start a militia?
Okay, that'd be something.
Is this it?
Back, huh? Any luck out there?
No, that still isn't it.
Here.
Yeah.
I've got some pieces for you.
Done deal, Commander. Check in with General Oraka. You'll see I'm making C-Sec very happy.
Thank God. There we go. Perfect, 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 perfect. That's exactly what we needed. Oh, yes, I know. Yep, Tasha Pare. Yep, I get it. General, we have what you need, sir.
Shepard, I was just contacted by a black market dealer who's donating high-end weapons to C-Sec. He wanted you to know. Sounds like you came through.
And the Blue Suns can go about their business.
Now we'll be focusing on Citadel defense. It won't bring Palavin back, but it's something. Thank you, Commander.
Good. Good. Right. Where the hell is... where is this? Where is it? Where is the Volus? There he is. Oh, God. Something arms. I swear that was... Where is that? Is that up here?
Damn it, another Cerberus trap? Bomb or turret?
These are control schematics for Cerberus turrets. Will these help?
Sorry, I just can't listen to everything.
I'll have E-Crimes dig into them.
Yep.
Might even help us find the little...
They're all just little side things which really...
I just don't understand why
Oh!
you're suddenly so conflicted.
God.
Look, the asshole's in custody now. Killing him won't bring anyone back.
It's about justice. The man is a traitor and a murderer. You saw what he did to your wife, to my husband.
And didn't bat an eyelash. He's evil, there's no doubt.
What's going on here?
I'm in position at C-Sec. Draw them away, and I'll move in and make the kill.
Don't answer that.
Wait, what? What was that? Citizens are preparing to carry out some sort of assassination. Oh. Okay, there's more and more stuff happening as I investigate. Who's this?
Keep enforcing the law. Same as always. Without that, everything goes to hell.
Look at Paladin, my friend. We're in now. You should be looking for terrorists. The rest can take care of itself.
So the bar fights, the drunken disorderlies down by that purgatory place?
How does cracking down on that crap help us win the war? People need to blow off steam right now.
And
Yeah.
who's letting the misdemeanors
No, I agree.
go?
Everyone on the Citadel knows we're at war now. Cerberus caught C-Sec by surprise last time. You need to make sure that never happens again.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Forget the small stuff. Support defense and security and take down anyone who threatens the peace.
You make it sound like we're under martial law.
After a coup attempt during wartime, maybe we should be.
Who's this guy?
Commander Shepard. Guess I know what happened to my backup.
Excuse me?
Come on. I'm in C-Sec in civilian gear with a weapon. I know what I'm made. Just let me explain. Captain Aaron Summers, Alliance Marines, retired.
Captain Summers?
There's a prisoner here. C-Sec officer who helped Cerberus. C-Sec caught him when you stopped the coup. Now he's offering them intel on Cerberus to get a better deal.
Why are you telling me this?
Because he doesn't deserve a better deal. He killed people during the coup, good people. And he's former Alliance, like us. The way I figure it, he's our problem to fix.
No, I don't think so.
If you gun that man down, you're dishonoring the uniform just as much as he did.
Like hell I am.
I don't like plea bargains any more than you do, but the intel we get will save lives.
Says who?
Our superiors. The people we swore to serve and trust. Captain Summers.
Yes, Commander. Sorry, Commander. I'll shut it down. Thanks.
Better do. Better do. What is... Oh, yeah, sure.
Can I help you?
Jordan Knowles, E-Crimes. It's an honor to meet you, Commander.
You too.
I've got a potential security leak.
Okay.
I haven't seen anything major yet, but better to be safe, right?
No, of course.
If you've got time to help, check out this console.
I'm sure I do.
Got it. Looks like a collection of access codes.
They're Batarian diplomatic codes, from back when they had an embassy on the Citadel. If you can use your Spectre access to find them, I can shut them down.
I can access restricted intel at the Spectre office in the embassy. If I find anything, I'll let you know.
Okay, so more Spectre terminals updated. Cerberus Arms. Am I going mad? Was that not here? I'm obviously here for a reason, so what am I here for exactly? Why do I need to go and see General Rucker again? I don't. I just don't know. I genuinely have no idea. Cerberus Arms. Oh, it rings a bell, but I can't put my finger on where it was.
He's a terrorist. He ought to be locked up.
He should be shot. Gorex wanted for 6 bombs.
Oh yes, I need to sort that. Cerberus Arms. Wait, was that not? Was that not in the holdings?
They can fight on the toxic world, so they need support. Well, ideally, something like a cactus. They're green mountains immune to toxins, ferocious.
What's through here then?
Yes, they'd be ideal.
Damn,
Calico.
wrong door. We could break his voice box. We're in an apartment. People would hear.
Zip it.
Just stay calm.
Oh, okay, so I was correct?
Just stay calm.
Maybe it's this way? Maybe? This door?
Credits went through. Do it.
No, wait.
Credits went through. Time to die.
Jesus Christ.
Ambassador?
I don't. You saved my life. I almost died because the Turians thought I was still with Cerberus.
Did those mercs hurt you?
I'm fine. They wanted me alive until the fees were delivered for my capture. They didn't care about what I had to say.
You kept mentioning a colony in your message.
Information on a Turian planet's defense system. They'll strike soon. But if I tell you which planet they're attacking, Cerberus will know I turned traitor.
I saved your life. Tell me which planet you put in danger.
I can offer a bargain. The Volus bombing fleet. In tactical terms, it's worth far more than a colony.
Or you could give us both.
You can warn the Turians there'll be an attack, Commander. That should be general enough to ward off suspicion.
Yeah.
No deal, Korlak. You owe me the name of that colony.
Very well. Cerberus is going to raid Aphis. They want its shipyards. I'll speak with Citadel security about this incident. You have my thanks.
Well, who do I tell about that then? Or do I just gain them? Do I gain them? No? What do I have to do? What is it done? I don't know. No.
Now arriving at ward level purgatory.
And then maybe if there's any other side stuff. Oh,
Good.
God.
Concussion's almost gone.
Good. When I heard you were injured.
It was stupid. I should have ducked when that wall came down. Something good has come out of all this, though. Got new equipment. Sent me a set of Vortex armor. Man, summoning supply sure messed that one up.
Oh, I've heard those are pretty good.
It's great. I'd only be safer inside a tank. It's why Vortex gear costs more than I make in a year.
It's not a bad deal for getting a concussion. Not a bad deal at all.
Look who's here.
Hopefully we've done it all,
The Blue
right?
Suns, Blood Pack, and Eclipse are in my pocket. I'll send them to war when you're ready for them.
Good.
Is there anything on your mind?
Are the Blood Pack falling in line?
With Grill in charge, where all systems go. It's his voice, but my words. Couldn't have asked for a better puppet. The Blood Pack have committed 2,000 Vorcha to the cause. They'll make up the bulk of the army.
That's good.
Is Darner Boss cooperating with you now?
Getting General
That's very good.
Aria off the Blue Suns' back did the trick. Voss still thinks he'll be getting me on mine, idiot. But he's committed his veteran soldiers to me. In turn, I commit them to you.
What have we gained by having the Eclipse at our disposal?
A ton of
That's almost
mechs
finished, so...
and elite troopers for stealth operations. Sane has turned out to be more malleable than Jonas Sedaris ever was. My control of Eclipse runs even deeper than I expected. You surprised me by taking such agency in the matter.
Okay, good, good.
What exactly have I acquired?
An army that's willing to fight dirty, to do the things your respectable militaries won't do. Eclipse mechs and Vorcha legions are excellent candidates for vanguards in any ground offensive. Well worth the little song and dance I had you perform, I'm sure.
Can't argue with that.
How do you plan on taking Omega back?
I think I'm going to employ violence. I'm gonna slap Omega right out of the elusive man's greedy little hands.
We'll talk later.
Is that what the
I'm sure.
DLC is about? Taking back Omega? That could be fun. Right, where is... Oh, there they are. Perfect. How are we doing?
I'm curious. What material is your base made from?
The surface is a flexible
Where's-
biomagnetic nanomaterial over a metallic skull. The skin uses shear thickening technology to help protect the central processing unit in the head. If the skin is struck or shot, it solidifies to absorb the impact. It also is capable of limited self-healing.
And what about the hair?
It is of similar construction. For defense, I have set it to cohere into a solid piece. However, for infiltration purposes, it can be parted into individual strands. If it has recently been exposed to water, I generally can't do a thing with it. If I'm not needed to answer an inquiry, I would like some time alone.
Of course. Where is Joker then? I thought he was up here. Joker, lower bar, number 3. Okay. Mayhem. Joker, there he is.
Look at this! All it took was a Cerberus attack on the Citadel to get folks around here to pay attention to the war.
How is this any different from normal?
Can't you see the desperation? This isn't happy dancing. This is forget my problems dancing. Look at the arms. If a guy waves his arms like that, he's worrying about a lot more than looking stupid on the dance floor.
That's surprisingly observant.
I've had time to watch a lot of dancing from the sidelines. Speaking of which...
Dancing?
Watching from the sidelines. What do you think about me and Edie?
I don't know if in good conscience I can say sure, honestly, but I mean everyone at this point deserves happiness.
Why not?
Because I could break a bone just from some light over-the-clothes action?
That's always a risk. But then so are the Reapers.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on dating Harbinger.
You know what I mean. If we all ended up dead this time tomorrow, what would you regret?
Getting a shattered pelvis and a broken heart. Such a stupid idea.
Yeah, it's...
If you could be out there right now on the dance floor, would you be waving your arms?
Yeah.
Sounds like you've got bigger things to worry about than looking stupid.
Yeah, guess I do. Now, if you'll excuse me.
So do they now have different things to say up here? Ooh.
Hey, soldier. Buy a girl a drink?
Didn't expect to find you reading.
Of course, she was here, wasn't
Duty
she?
roster for the students. It's what I do for fun now. They've got us spread out across Alliance units. Reinforcing barriers, modding ammo, that kind of thing.
How are they holding up?
They're fine. They're not the ones reading duty rosters while on shore leave.
Complain if you like, but I think military life suits you.
You just want to peel me out of an Alliance uniform, don't you? Perv.
Come on, plenty of combat, free room and board, and people you can depend on.
Yeah. Maybe your little suicide squad taught me something about teamwork. Speaking of which, thanks. My guys are handling the support stuff well. Still see some action, but they're not on the front lines. They've saved a lot of lives.
Good.
That's what pisses me off. We're doing good work. If we were useless, I could drop this shit and come with you. But we're not. And they need me. So, if we gotta call it quits, I get it.
No.
You're not getting rid of me that easily.
Long term works.
God, you make the best mistakes.
Do I?
All right, Shepard. No strings. But if we get out of this alive...
Come on.
What?
The duty rosters can wait. Right now, you're on shore leave.
What, we're going to dance?
Shepard, everybody knows you can't
That's
dance.
true, I am a terrible dancer. The fuck is... What is that? Perfect.
Haven't broken anything yet. That's a start.
Okay, cool. Cool. I think that's everything in Purgatory. Yep, cool. Okay. Right, so now we need to go back to the refugee place. And see what we can get done there. If anything. No, we're good at the moment. So I'm looking for a Batarian terrorist, is that right?
Sector status recognized. Please select a destination. 1 moment, please.
That might be in the holding area? Maybe?
Standing here, holding this for I don't know how long. He'll always be a part of me.
Your past is yours. No one can take that away.
I love you, but I know you. Don't make me an anchor. Promise me, Steve.
Goodbye, Robert. I'm glad you came.
Were we not past this? I thought that was the whole point.
I just need a few moments to myself.
Okay. Right, where is the nurse? Number 7. Okay, cool, down there. Ah, I'm also after a terrorist, right? Oh, is that is a terrorist? Who is this?
Okay. No infection so far.
Can I talk to him?
Only if it's important, Commander. He's hurt bad. Take down the sedative a bit, but hurry. I peg his survival at 50-50.
Are you Gorek?
Go away. Nothing to say.
Not even what a terrorist is doing on the Citadel?
You!
Do I know you?
Every Batarian with someone on Aratok remembers your face.
The planet that got caught in the Alpha Relay explosion.
Ah.
You butchered a colony. Only regret. Don't have the strength to...
I destroyed Eritot's relay to stop the Reapers from pouring through.
Easy for you to claim now that they're here. Don't pretend you have any remorse.
You think I didn't feel guilty? I destroyed a colony. I've thought about the people who died. About how I couldn't warn them in time. In the end, I didn't have a choice. But I'm sorry. If that means anything.
If you're so remorseful, if you have any real guilt, show some mercy. Unplug this machine. Let me join my family.
God, we must have a lot of blood on our hands. I can't see how we sleep at night, honestly. Okay. Well, that's that. Right, I feel like that's everything we can actually do on here. Aria to Loke, so we've got to do that. Batarian codes. Ah, bugger, that's the terminal, okay. Find the ciphers. Okay. Okay. Alright, let me go back to our Spectre terminal then. Do that bit, and then we will go and either do 42 or Aria to Loke, one of the two. Okay, right. CSEC has fielded requests for a civilian militia to defend the Citadel in the event of another attack. Believe a militia would be benefit of the Citadel's state of readiness and improve morale, but they lack funds. Yeah, no, that's fine. First, Irune. This financial report is for top-level embassy access only. According to financial estimates from the First Irune Investment Trust, a division of LCOS combined, the Citadel races cannot sustain the cost of the war effort for more than 1 year. Although military spending has stimulated certain market sectors, shortages and rationing in other areas have depressed the financial system. Civil discretionary spending has fallen except in entertainment areas like escapist vids and drinking. Verstaroon is borrowing heavily to provide funds for key functions across the Citadel, but if the war does not end within the next year, galactic financial collapse is inevitable. Request a number of surveillance warrants in attempt to find evidence that would incriminate Cerberus informants on the Citadel. Officers have tapped public surveillance feeds but do not have the legal access to private security feeds. Authorization is needed. Yep. Location: a Batarian patient named Gorek is located in a makeshift clinic. Oh, we've done that without even... Okay. With Spectre level access codes is possible. Yes. There we go. Perfect. Anything else I need to do? Nope. Wonderful. Well, good news. There we are then. So how do I now get to either Aria or the other thing? I assume Aria is to do with Omega, which could be quite cool. We will see.
Please select a 1 moment, please.
And Brayson, I could take at any time, but yeah, I guess Dr. Brayson's lab. You guys told me to do it kind of like in the middle. I feel we're kind of in the middle. Oh. What now?
I want you to match this against all known locations and update the map. Then contact the field teams for a progress report.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Commander Shepard. We've been expecting you.
Just a moment. And Hadley, could you gather the Leviathan data for us? Apologies, Commander. The rest of my team is out investigating leads right now. I'm Dr. Brayson, and this is Task Force Aurora.
What's your assignment?
Our mandate is to investigate legends, rumors, old stories about the Reapers before anyone knew they existed.
That's an interesting goal, but is anyone doubting the Reapers exist these days?
The Alliance is still desperate for intelligence. Reaper motives, their operational tactics. Anything that can give us an edge.
And how did you wind up in charge?
When the rest of the galaxy says something doesn't exist, I take that as a chance to prove that it does.
So you're in it for the challenge?
For the truth. Even as late as 2148, humanity still thought aliens were a myth. That was within my lifetime. Once that myth was proven to be reality, our entire history changed.
Reapers were part of that reality too.
But even they have a history, Commander. If we could just uncover it, there may be a weakness we can exploit.
Could have used your help 3 years ago.
Yes. If people had paid more attention to your Prothean beacon, we might not be in this war. But now with new information we've uncovered, a breakthrough's near. Hadley, do you have the data?
No!
This is Commander Shepard. I need C-Sec at my location, now!
You shouldn't be here. The darkness can't be breached.
Transit records show his name is Derek Hadley. He's worked here for a couple months.
Shepard, I monitored a C-Sec alert from this location. Were you harmed?
I'm fine. But I could use your help sorting this out, Edie. Take a look through their files. I need to know what this task force was up to.
Is he indoctrinated?
What? What's happening?
You tell me.
I was gathering our data when you arrived, and then it was dark. Cold. Like I was someplace else.
And then?
I don't know! A gun was in my hand. Dr. Brayson, there was a loud...
You shot Brayson. You killed him.
No, I couldn't have. I'm not a murderer. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. You have to believe that.
So someone else pulled that trigger?
But I would never do that.
Commander, this does resemble reports of indoctrination.
Indoctrination? Me?
What about that Leviathan Brayson mentioned? How does that tie in?
It's some kind of creature. Our field teams have been tracking it. That artifact came in from our researcher, Garneau. He sent an audio log if you wanna...
What's wrong?
Turn back.
What are you talking about?
The darkness cannot be breached.
Damn it. Get him over to the clinic. See if they can tell us what's wrong with him.
Yes, sir.
Commander, you'll want to see this. It's an outgoing message from Dr. Brayson to Admiral Hackett.
Dr. Brayson, you have an update?
Admiral, the Leviathan of Dis that we've been investigating, I think we're really onto something.
Give me the brief.
About 20 years ago, the Batarians discovered a Reaper corpse that had died in battle. They covered it up and denied it ever existed. But I'm intrigued by the larger implication.
What could have killed the Reaper in the first place?
Exactly. That's the real Leviathan.
It's worth pursuing. Continue your investigation and update me on the progress.
There is also a follow-up message from a few weeks later.
Admiral, the Reapers are shadowing my field teams as if they're hunting Leviathan themselves. Whatever it is, I believe Leviathan is nothing less than a Reaper killer. Almost an apex predator, and it has them nervous. If we could just find it, imagine the impact on the war. I'm formally requesting assistance in tracking it down.
You'll have it. This is now your top priority, Doctor. Find that thing.
It appears we were meant to be that assistance.
Jesus, okay. Leviathan.
Anything capable of killing a Reaper could do a lot of collateral damage.
Yet given the state of this conflict, I believe the saying, "The enemy of my enemy is my friend," may be relevant.
What is this then?
But we won't know unless we can find it.
Bryson's assistant did say they recently received a log from their field researcher. It may yield more information.
This must be the artifact the assistant mentioned. And here's the log.
Dr. Brayson, it's Garneau. I'm sending you an artifact I found. About the only thing I found there, in fact. Maybe it's nothing, but I'd swear Leviathan came through here. I'm gonna crunch some numbers. Burn up the rest of this project travel allowance. Maybe I can project our Reaper Killer's movements. I'll check in when I get to the next site.
Garneau appears to be our best lead to track Leviathan, but he does not state a destination.
Let's focus on what he does say then.
He mentioned extrapolating Leviathan's path.
And crunching numbers. He wasn't flying blind. He had data.
A significant amount of data, judging by this office.
So how do we narrow it down?
Bryson and his colleagues evidently used a galaxy map search program in their hunt for Leviathan. It may help us locate Garneau.
So what, it's one large creature? Or a race? Or...
Does this tell us where Garneau went?
No. But we may be able to narrow down his location if we find clues he was using in his search for Leviathan.
Search the lab, okay. Yes. Oh god. Right.
These are all murders in which the accused lacked a known motive and claimed memory loss.
Just like Bryson's assistant. You think Garneau was following a trail of blackout crimes?
It is possible. We need to find data matching dates and locations for crimes of this nature.
Here's the time and date chart for the crimes. Can you filter for murders where the killer claimed memory loss?
Adding the search filter. You may examine the results on the Galaxy Map program.
Let's grab more data first. Ooh. This place is pretty crazy. Jesus. The Thorian, a life form discovered on Pharos, provides fascinating insight into the life cycle of a truly alien species. Unlike conventionally intelligent life, it does not use mass relays. Prothean artifacts would not interest it. Commander Shepard claims that Reaper enemies cultivated life to evolve along lines they could predict. Using technology, the Reapers controlled the Thorian in an exception to that rule. It evolved to use organic tools rather than conventional technology. Leviathan must be somehow similar to have survived undetected for so long. The Thorian used pain conditioning to control its victims, using them as manual labour, or even as a man would use his own hands and fingers. Commander Shepard claims the Reapers do the same thing through a different process called indoctrination. Whatever Leviathan is, it must do something similar. Right,
Bryson was tracking unexplained creature sightings.
The photographs have a trace chemical residue. It may be visible under another light source. Bryson was not merely tracking sightings. He was attempting to extrapolate a course.
And Garneau could have been following that course. Edie, can you add a search filter for systems along that projected path?
Adding this search filter to the galaxy map.
Okay, what else have we got here? Rocks.
Meteorite fragment, maybe?
He was studying it as an object of importance. We should look more closely at a sample.
Meteorite sample. With traces of element 0. Would Leviathan need ESO?
While it is not consumed as fuel during FTL travel, element 0 will decay after several centuries of active use. If Leviathan is old enough, it would need to replenish its supplies.
Okay. Can you give me a search filter for locations with element 0?
Adding the search filter now.
March 7th, 2186. looking at the Rachni. Their movements during the Rachni Wars suggest alien influence. But the timing is wrong, and Rachni weren't implanted with Reaper tech. What if Leviathan was preparing the Rachni to fight the Reapers?
What do you think, Edie?
It is possible that Brayson's team is using ancient Rachni fleet activity to find Leviathan. If we can find data on the movement of ancient Rachni ships, it may help us narrow our search.
So it might not have been the Reapers.
Those appear to be sightings of ships that match Rachni signatures.
Can you add a cross-reference for locations of sightings?
Adding it now.
By Anne Bryson, age 9.
This does not seem relevant at the moment.
No, that's Hannah anyway. Unless it's to do with the Hannah homeworld. In some way or another. God knows how. Jesus, look at all the...
Sir, this is Brayson. We know the Reapers are after Leviathan. Studying Reaper hunting patterns could be vital to finding it.
That data is classified top secret, Dr. Brayson. If it falls into the wrong hands...
It won't. The data's encrypted. I'll keep the decryption key safe. Close to my heart.
Close to his heart? What the hell does that mean?
He left it in his...
The Reaper fleet activity is encrypted, per Bryson's statement in the log.
He said he was keeping the decryption key close to his heart.
His body still here? I assume not. No? Close to his heart. Oh! The picture, right? His daughter? Where is that? Where was that? Where is it? Over here. No. Where is it? Wait. There it is.
By Anne Bryson, age 9.
Records indicate Anne is now 28. She works for the Alliance.
Bryson was keeping the encryption key close to his heart. What's closer than family?
An interesting hypothesis. But I detect no trace of the decryption key in this... art. The Reaper fleet activity is encrypted, per Bryson's statement in the log.
He said he was keeping the decryption key close to his heart. Sovereign, vanguard of our destruction. How's that working out for you, big guy?
Okay. What else have we got? Anything else? It's a big old office. Huge office.
Dr. Brayson, per your request, I'm clearing Task Force Aurora for intercepted Batarian communications regarding the Leviathan of Dis.
Commander, the Dreadnought is in custody, but the Solarians may have surveillance footage. Our ambassador will issue a full denial. Give me your preliminary analysis. Several million years old at least, and its technology outstrips anything on the Council. Excellent. Our scientists will work day and night to bring its secrets to the hegemony. One concern, Commander. The real Leviathan of Dis, the thing that destroyed the ship, is still out there. Unaccounted for. Irrelevant. The ship is our priority. And as far as the rest of the galaxy is concerned, there is no Leviathan of Dis. There never was.
Okay.
Another piece of Anne Bryson's childhood art.
Wait a minute. Well, take a look at that.
I can use these numbers to construct a decryption key.
Alright, let's get back to the datapad we found earlier.
So that should be the encryption key, right? Ooh.
Loch Ness Monster?
Plesiosaur.
Loch Ness Monster is more interesting.
Interesting and non-existent.
How dare you.
Decryption complete. Analyzing data. These movements do not match the standard invasion pattern. The Reapers are searching for something.
And I'll bet Garneau used this intel. Can you make a search filter for it?
Doing so now.
Okay. Is that everything? Or is there more stuff out here? Jesus. Very overgrown. Anything else over here? So in theory we should be able to go back to the map and it will only show one area, is that right? In theory. Now that we've got an awful lot of data. Sure, we'll find out. Alright, Reaper activities. Okay.
Based on the search results, Garneau is in one of these 5 systems. I have marked the Normandy map with possible locations. We can leave now, unless you wish to further narrow the search.
Yeah, of course I do.
Element 0 deposits.
Okay.
3 possibilities.
Arachnite activity.
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
Blackout crimes.
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
Okay.
Alien sightings.
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant. 5 possible systems.
Yeah. So, Arachnite activity. Nothing
No
there.
results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
Okay.
5 possible systems.
That's for creature sightings. Blackout crimes?
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant. 5 possible systems.
Reaper activity.
Three possibilities.
So we only have the 3 to go by, do we? We must be... We're missing one here, aren't we? What am I missing? What am I missing? Anything? Ah.
Is this Prothean?
Yes. I believe Dr. Brayson and Liara would have had much to discuss.
Can you add a search filter for locations known to have Prothean ruins or artifacts?
Of course.
Wonderful. Okay, let's check that then.
Prothean artifacts.
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
Okay. Right, so if we add Prothean
artifacts.
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
So the Prothean stuff doesn't matter. Arachnite activity?
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
So it's got to be ESO.
0 deposits.
Five possible systems.
Yeah. And then Reaper activities.
Three possibilities.
I don't think we're gonna get that down any further, are we?
Alien sightings.
Oh, there we go.
We have a match, marking the galaxy map.
Perfect.
Let's go find Garneau.
We've done everything then, haven't we? Or not? We have, yes. Perfect. Okay, so... return to the Normandy somehow? Probably this way? Yes. Wonderful. yeah, return to Normandy for now. I do want to see if we can start the Aria to quest, because if that's to do with taking back Omega, that could be quite cool. Which I have a feeling it could be, surely. Oh, Dr. Chakwas, really? About what? I thought we had already... Oh yes, we got her extra pieces, didn't we? Okay, let's go and have a quick word with her then. Make sure everything is okay.
You always pull through, Commander.
Of course I do.
We've received the supplies from Tactus.
Everything good?
Indeed. We've acquired some very useful equipment.
Good.
As such, I've been able to enhance the effectiveness of our Medigel delivery systems.
Oh, perfect.
I've also collated information that Liara may find of interest. Check with Cliff.
Okay. Will do. Will do.
Excellent find, Commander. The information network terminal has been updated.
Midday surgery. Look at that. Wait. Heal scars. I feel like I haven't got any scars. Yeah, we'll just choose that, I think. Perfect. Wonderful.
Feel free to look around.
I will. I will do exactly that. So yeah, I don't think anyone's going to have anything else to say. I think before we do anything, we go and see what Talok wants. Doc 42 is Aria, I believe. So if we can go and do that too, or at least get it started, that would be good.
Are you Bray?
The great Commander Shepard. And me without my autograph book.
Save it. Just take me to Aria.
Follow me.
It's gotta be, right? It's gotta be retaking Omega. It's been such a staple.
So where is she?
Shepard.
Aria. How dramatic.
There are too many eyes and ears in Purgatory.
Maybe not then. Jesus, look at that
I
interface.
assume this is about retaking Omega?
This is about your war, Shepard. Cerberus controlling the Terminus system seriously bolsters their mobility. Since taking Omega, they've spread through the galaxy. Surely the Alliance has noticed.
Is it?
Cut to the chase. What's your plan?
Keep them out.
Yes.
I've amassed a fleet of merc ships. We're going to punch through enemy lines and invade.
Let's do it.
Once we're on Omega, it's a ground war. That's why I want you. I only accept the best. The leader of the Cerberus occupation is General Oleg Petrovsky. He's the one who ousted me.
So you want him to yourself?
The elusive man's top military strategist and best kept secret. But all you really need to know is that he's a merciless bastard.
What's your intel on the occupation?
Petrovsky's army is massive and he's got Omega locked tight. The information stops there.
So you're
Great.
winging it?
Not at all. There are secrets on Omega only I know. Secrets that will provide us a foothold. I can tell you this. Petrovsky's invasion was precise and ruthless. We'll stop at nothing to win.
Sounds familiar.
Shepard, I know my reputation. I know I'm hated. I ruled Omega with an iron fist. But the people were free. Their lives were theirs. I preserved that. This man took all that away, and he is going to pay.
This is gonna be fun.
When Omega is mine again, I'll give you everything. I've got ships, mercs, Ezo, all yours for the war.
What's the catch?
I have objections to some of the company you keep. So you'll have to leave the Normandy and its crew behind.
My crew are professionals.
Let's just say, I want you all to myself.
Okay.
Bray will provide coordinates to my fleet. Oh, and while we're still in the Citadel. Please be discreet.
The fleet is hidden in this system. Signal me when you're on your way. Aria and I will meet you on the command ship. Can't wait to see what all the fuss is about.
Oh, you're going to see. You are going to see. Okay. In this system. Let's go. Let's go. An assortment of vessels, warships, transports, and fighters all flying under Aria's flag. Impressive. Very impressive. You gotta admit. Gotta give it to her. Right, we probably want the... Nope.
4-1. And most of our vessels are transports with limited firepower.
We're not here to win a
This is
space battle,
exciting.
Jarl. We just have to punch through their line.
So you've commandeered a Cerberus cruiser.
The guest of honor has arrived. We can finally start.
Let me guess. You're planning on infiltrating the enemy fleet.
Exactly. We position ourselves to strike a crippling blow, then my forces join the fun.
I think we need to be a bit more renegade. Right, I think we do.
Works for me.
If you're as accommodating the rest of the way, we'll
See?
get along very well.
See?
Then let's quit talking and get to it.
Kind
Kind of like the Krogan. You need to be a bit tougher.
Wait. They only follow on my command. Head for the command ship.
Cruiser, I don't have you on the flight plan. Identify yourself.
This is Captain Lentz. Run voice recognition. Alpha Tango Z. We took damage. Seeking repairs.
Identity confirmed, Captain. Hold for approach authorization.
How did you get the captain to say that?
The hard way.
Jeez.
That's right. Nice and slow.
Be patient. Get as close as you can.
Fire! Signal the fleet through the relay. We're through. Head straight for the station.
We're being hailed by the General.
Should be interesting. Put him through.
Aria, I knew this had to be you. You'll never make it. Call it off now.
You're barking up the wrong tree, General. But maybe you can convince my partner.
Commander Shepard, I've heard great things about you.
I doubt the elusive man thinks of me that highly.
I do my own research, Commander. A pity you left, Cerberus. We all sabotage ourselves in nefarious ways. Perhaps deep down you fear success. And Aria clearly thinks seeing you will unsettle me. Now it's my turn. I see you've gone to the trouble of augmenting that ship with Solaris armoring. An exorbitant waste. I've made improvements to Omega's outer defenses. My cannons will cut through you at will.
He sounds pretty confident.
Yeah, he does.
So again, I say turn back.
Let's see what you've got, Oleg. End transmission.
Is he lying or is he telling the
That
truth?
Set preset course. We're ramming the station. Everyone brace for impact.
What?
Omega's kinetic barrier will stop my ships from landing. I equipped this cruiser with disruptors to take it out on impact. Don't worry. We'll probably survive the crash. can make it!
Aria, don't be stupid. Sound the evac.
Damn it! Program escape pods for the station.
Let's go! Everyone out! There's no time!
Guess that asshole really did upgrade Omega's outer defenses.
So it would seem.
Hope the other escape pods made it.
Alright, what's our target?
Need to hit the defense
This is
system
crazy.
station. Shut down Omega's outer defenses
I like
so my
this.
ships can land. If we don't, they'll be blown to bits like we were.
Got it.
This is what I brought you for. Ground assault. In combat, what you say goes.
Makes sense. We play to our strengths.
I know where we need to go, and you can get us there.
Okay, let's move.
Alright. Nice. Okay, let's try this new gun out for size.
I'm back, you fuckers.
Oh, shit. Right, I want to take Aria's Reeve. Where is it? Where? There it is, Reeve. Okay, but I probably want to put that on... We'll take it on number 5 for now. Well, that wasn't any good, was it? Very nice, okay. I like what we're dealing with. Okay, we need to get out of here, really. Okay, we should be alright. Oh god, no! There we go. That'll do it. God, it feels very quiet without the rest of my crew.
Our pod took out the main exit.
Nice.
Use the controls to lower the blast door.
Okay. Well, we can just run straight through.
Over here, Shepard.
Yeah.
Aria to fleet. You alive out there?
Barely. Holding our own with the Cerberus fleet, but Omega's defenses are shredding us.
Keep my army intact, Gerald. That is your only job.
I mean, we're so far so good, right? We're doing okay. No. Oh god. Oh. Oh. The combat is really amazing on this. Ridiculously so. How are we doing? We're looking alright? I think so. Not doing badly. Tools, very nice. Nice. Okay.
I suppose.
I suppose. This is good. I can't believe we're taking on Omega.
Ground team, report in. Bray, you there?
Affirmative. But only 6 pods made it. Various entry points.
Rally them to you, then head for the rendezvous hangar. Start prepping for our ships to land.
Okay.
Let's hustle.
Okay.
More of my ships get obliterated.
Yep,
out
I
there.
know. Nice. Where's the engineer? There he is. Okay,
Getting close. Those cannons have to be stopped.
yeah. Should be doable. I think it's just us now, right? This is super fun.
Area needs to be repressurized. Initiating.
Super fun. I like these sort of big cinematic missions. They're a lot better than the little ones. So are soldiers? Where? Oh shit. Where are they? Should I see them? Oh, I see. They're coming.
Tell your boss I'm coming for him.
Ooh. Let's hope those just kind of go somewhere. Okay. I don't like this heavy pistol. Might have to change it. Jesus Christ. We're doing okay, I think. Like, for what we could be doing? I think we're doing alright. There we go. How much ammo? 6 bullets left. Okay.
One of our pods.
Nice.
We were lucky. Press on.
What, none of our team? Wow. Wait, but he dead inside? Okay. What are we looking for in here? Well, this looks like a final stand kind of area, doesn't it? That's so cool, the fact we're just attacking. Ow! So this is, ow! God! This is in Omega, is it? This is... Ow! I'm a little bit confused as to what this reeve does. Maybe I should read into it. Where is it? Drain a target's health and disrupt their resistances. Okay, and I can bounce my... Ow! Ow! What the fuck? Ow! No! Ow! God! Oh, Jesus Christ! Okay, I think I am just going to turn it so that she uses her own thing, man. I mean, I understand what you guys are saying with, like, the game gets better if you just... You know... combine powers and stuff like that, but I don't know, every time I've tried I just don't like the way it plays. I have a lot more fun when they're in control, even if that means I haven't got power at my disposal. But hey, maybe that's just me, maybe that's, you know, it is what it is. We'll keep it like this. I know, I should be using the pull, really. I know. Ow! The fuck was... Ow! Did he get into melee range? Right, where's my... Yeah, we need something with a bit more oomph. There it is, perfect. See, as long as I can mirror my singularity and my 4, that's all I need. That's all I need.
Jarl, defenses are down. Signal the surviving ships to converge on the rendezvous point.
We're going to be fighting through the streets, that would be cool. Like seeing all the places from Mass Effect 2.
Aye. Approach trajectories plotted. We're already queuing up.
Bray, come in. Status.
Rendezvous site secured. Hangar doors enabled. We'll have them open soon.
Need them open now. My birds are coming in. Prep for reception.
What exactly is this rendezvous point?
That's where we're headed. It's a bunker I established on D-Deck for my more sensitive operations.
Is that really impenetrable with its own secret hangar and dock?
Independent power source, life support, munitions. You'll see.
Why is that a renegade option?
Deploy to D-Deck.
That makes no sense.
And await further instructions. So it begins.
There's a good chance the General knows where we're going.
Then no time for sightseeing.
Alright. Let's go then.
Stay sharp. You might get visitors.
Terrific.
Take the far exit. I've locked down the way we came.
This might be multiple then. This could be quite cool. Like multiple... Or it goes on longer than just one mission, if that makes sense. It's like multiple layers to it. Which could be cool. It would be very cool.
We're causing a stir.
Oh god, okay.
Good.
Oh shit. Okay buddy, I didn't see you there.
Feels
Everybody...
good to let loose.
Yeah, I bet. I bet. How are we looking in here? No? Oh, wow.
The Omega skyline. Now I feel like I'm back. Strange. What are those things in the distance?
Some kind of force field.
That's not good.
No, but... I mean, what do you want me to do about it, exactly?
Non-humans currently without supervision are required to report to the nearest civilian containment area.
Okay. Oh. Oh, that's our guys. Okay, cool. Oh, not so much. Never mind. Jesus Christ. Okay, that's gonna hurt.
Die.
Blimey. Maybe we should just have pull in our arsenal. Might be easier. What can we replace it with though? No, yeah, no, that's much quicker.
Getting close to the rendezvous. Let's move.
Oh god. Okay. Interesting. There's like wide open spaces, but not as many troops as I would think there should be. Which is weird.
I know that symbol.
Looks like a gang tag.
The Talons. They used to deface my property too.
Warning. Omega has been compromised. All Cerberus personnel report to stations.
I'm surprised we have enough men. I mean, I guess with the Eclipse and everybody...
symbol again.
Could be evidence of a resistance.
That's good.
Might be
like, we might be alright, but... Uh-huh. Okay. Who's that?
One of my soldiers by the force field.
Uh-oh. Is he about to get, like, thrown in or something?
What the hell is he doing?
The fuck is that?
Max, take them out!
Those mechs are coming through the force field.
Stand still, you piece of shit!
What do you think? Part of Talon? Rampart mech. I don't think they're Cerberus. If they are, I'll be surprised. I think the force field is Cerberus, but not the mechs. Rampart mech. Not that quick.
Need to check out that force field.
Mm-hmm.
Over here, Chef. Poor idiot. Something tells me these force fields are going to be a problem.
Are we blocked?
Yeah.
Not this time. Come here. This way.
Nice. Good job.
What are you doing?
Letting you in on a secret. Down the ladder.
I do trust her, weirdly, because I do think she trusts us. I can't imagine her, you know, screwing us over in any way.
Who's there? Show yourself.
Spirits, look who's back. Aria Taloke.
Nyreen, what the hell are you doing here?
Playing cat and mouse, mostly. Just trying to stay alive.
That female Turian?
These tunnels.
My tunnels. I'm sure glad I showed them to you.
If you hadn't, I'd be dead or locked up by now.
Aria doesn't trust easily. I guess you're a good friend.
This is mad.
I don't know.
This is crazy.
Aria?
Shepard, this is Nyreen Kandros, ex-Turian military. We go way back. I've got a lot of questions, but they'll have to wait. Follow us, we'll get you to safety.
I'll do my best.
Ready to put that gun to good use?
You have no idea how ready.
Wonder what Karis would say. Right. Oh, I see. This is why we have to give them points. That makes more sense. Nyreen? Ooh. We'll just auto level it all. That's fine. That's fine.
To
So
reclaim what's mine.
Left something behind, I take it.
Not something. Everything.
Oh, she walks strange. She walks very... Are those robot legs? Or are they Turian legs? I don't know. The Valkyrie. Okay, good, good, good. Meeting some interesting characters.
Aria, you were right. We're under attack.
Okay.
What's the fleet status?
Still landing inside the bunker.
Keep the enemy out. Lock it down. Now.
Lower blast doors. Lower the blast doors.
Okay. So we gotta move. It's quite cool seeing it like this after seeing it in Mass Effect 2.
Cannons online. We'll flank the enemy. Get them off.
Oh god. I don't want to go out there. We're gonna have to, aren't we? Oh yes, yes we are. Ow! Jesus Christ, what was that?
Omega's mine.
Shut down imminent.
Oh wow, what the f blew that up?
Malfunction detected.
Tell your boss.
Maybe they are Cerberus then. God.
Good.
All good?
There's a cerberus engineer in here hacking the cannons, keeping them offline.
We'll find him. Incoming.
Okay, anything in here by the way? It's gotta be, right? No? Ah! Nope, that wasn't what I was after. Sorry, this is a bit sloppy, guys, but we're getting there slowly. Ow! God. Yep, I know. Oh, God. God! Oh, Jesus Christ! We're not doing great. God, why do I suck so much? So much suck. So much. There we go. Kill him, please.
Got him.
Cannons initializing.
Okay, nice. Oh, God.
Focus on the Atlas.
It's a shame we can't take control of it like we normally would. Yeah, no, I get it. I do, I understand.
Cannons
Engage! Head to the blast door!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Nice guns. They'll keep the General's forces at bay for a while.
Hell yeah, they will. My
Let's get
goodness.
inside.
Bunker team, retract the bridge and lower the blast door. We're coming in.
Holy hell. Oh, we're only down there? So what? This is going to be a long, long mission. This probably could have had its own episode.
We're in. Lock it down.
Aria, I know this place is built like a fortress, but is it safe now that the General's clued in?
Yeah, I feel like a sitting duck here.
I have no intention of sitting around, and you both should know I assume nothing. And on that front, Nyreen, you left Omega fairly angry with me. I wasn't aware you'd returned. Explain yourself.
The truth is, I never left. In fact, I went to great lengths to keep from you.
I'm not easily duped. Well done. But why?
I just couldn't leave. Considering all this, I wish I had.
Well, you always said I'd be the death of you.
Nyreen has military training. We can put her to good use.
You're so quick to trust, huh, Shepard? Nyreen never approved of Omega's, what did you call it? Moral bankruptcy? Are you willing to help defend it now?
You'll find me very willing to liberate this station.
Your combat skills seem a little rusty, but you're still a good shot. See my duty officer. Bray, keep an eye on her.
Will do.
All right, Shepard, we need to move fast. I'm itching for revenge.
If you think I'm gonna let you carve a bloody path through this campaign, you're sadly mistaken.
And if you think you're going to change me, well, you're welcome to try. Once up and running, this bunker will provide recon and secret access to much of the station.
How long is this?
I'd appreciate it if you would quickly eyeball operations, see that things are setting up smoothly.
Sounds like there's like a lot to it.
Checking in on my forces. I need to know how many survived the assault before I can plan the attack. It won't take long. Join me at the command console when you're ready.
Okay. I mean, I think we're ready? Are we not?
Sir.
Oh. No? Okay.
Cerberus knows we're here. We'll be setting up combat ships, so pay attention to the roster updates. We also lost some supplies coming in. This is me saying make every damn shot count. Once we get eyes on other parts of the station, some of you will be sent to scout for supplies. Stay smart and alert. We'll have Omega back in no time.
I like this. I like how it's not just a small, you know, go in, attack, get the station. I like that there's layers to it.
Human.
It's very cool. Very. Ooh.
Rock, you there? I swear, if you don't answer soon. Finally. Where are you? You don't know? Seriously? Look, just check your Omni tool for the station.
Okay. Okay.
One more try. Crap.
What's the trouble here?
power inverters are shorting, trying to find a workaround, but no go. They can probably be scrounged up somewhere on Omega. If you come across a set of carry inverters, bring them back here.
Okay.
I'll see what I can do.
Keep an eye on those panels. I'll cross-reference with my station schematics to try and figure out where you are. What? Ruck, I can't find a single reference to that location. No, I'm not joking. There's nothing remotely funny about this. Only you could get lost like that.
Okay.
Az, how are we looking?
All systems operational. Full Omega schematics coming online now.
Let's take a look. I see. Shepard, those force fields we saw. The General has them set up everywhere.
He's controlling access across the station.
What are these dark areas?
Many sections of Omega are powered down. I'm betting power is being siphoned to run those force fields.
Find the source, priority 1.
And we'll need a full tactical assessment of all Cerberus positions.
I'll get on it.
Shepard, we have work to do. Our losses were significant. We can't field an army large enough to face down Cerberus.
Then we need to find allies. Story of my life.
We've confirmed there is a Merc gang that's still active. The Talons are resisting the occupation.
What about the Normandy? Can we not just bring them here?
But they're all we've got.
Then it's time to play diplomat.
And if the current leader won't join us, the next one will.
Sorry to interrupt.
What is it?
I turned away for a second to offload supplies. When I looked back,
You lost her.
well,
We're locked down. She's got to be here somewhere.
This bunker has secret access points to other parts of the station. Unfortunately, Nyreen knows them. Damn it, Bray.
So what, is she a
Only
spy?
short on manpower. We have to focus on getting the Talons on board. Shepard, I'll meet you at the armory exit when you're ready to go. But don't keep me waiting.
I mean, I am ready to go. I am ready.
I'm giving up. New inverters.
Yeah.
Good luck out there.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think we're ready, right? We gotta be. I do want, rather than ammo, or rather than that even, I think I need the headshot damage. That's pretty cool. Where is the... There we go. Yes, I need a scope. Because I am sucking at actually getting this done. Okay, cool. Oh, we got... I can upgrade, probably, what, fitness, right? Oh no, we don't need melee damage. Yeah. Okay. This is very cool. I didn't think it would be like
What's your
this.
history with this gang?
Some mutually beneficial dealings and some occasional violence. The Talons weren't even a blip on our radar until the plague in 2185. Your little war against the other gangs left a vacuum.
Not my intention.
Their leader, Darius, took advantage of the situation and carved the Talons a bigger piece of the local drug trade.
Are we enlisting them because they're good, or because we need numbers?
Both, probably?
They're cannon fodder. We're using them because they're the only game in town.
Nah.
You're gonna let them know that?
Relax, Shepard. This is how it works on Omega. Just let me do the talking and...
Commander, Cerberus forces are scrambling. Looks like an attack on the Talons. Judging from comm chatter, their priority target is in the area. Could be the Talon leader.
Looks like we fight our way through Cerberus to get to them.
Let's move.
Oh, okay.
Commander, confirming Cerberus activity in your area.
Let's do it then. I know I keep saying it, but I genuinely didn't think the DLC was going to be like this. I'm very happy with the way they've done it.
One of these air shafts should lead us to Talon territory.
Okay. Was that for anything specific? Do I... Oh, I can control it from down there. Nice. Okay, cool. Wait. Oh, there we go. Okay. God, it's such a, you can tell it's just criminal. Just the way that everything's set up. Like, the detail is amazing. We're almost done scouting this location. The surveillance drones indicate the detention center is on par with the last one we hit, but something feels off with the patrol patterns that the display table is spitting out. I'd recommend another observation run before we try to extract civilians. Okay.
Power's offline.
There should be a control switch for the generator nearby.
Probably that. There we go.
Looks like they were using this to observe the detainment centers.
Right. Oh, was there something there or not? No. Okay. Now where? Now... Ah. Wait, there was something around here, wasn't there? Another data pad. Perfect. Okay. I can't imagine there's anyone in these air ducts. There are going to be people out here, though.
That tower is the Talon outpost we're heading for.
Okay.
Looks like the Talons are giving as good as they get.
What's our,
Cerberus communications indicate that the high-priority target is nearby. Their forces will be directly on your path to the Talon outpost.
Yeah.
Understood.
I can't jump over there. Jesus. Controls are a bit all over the place. I don't know why. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, just fire, shall we? Preferably want to take him out fairly quickly. That was a couple of combos if I've ever seen them. That worked fairly well. 22 bullets in this thing. That's it. No. Nothing goody-wise. That was very feel good. Oh. God, my aim is terrible tonight. There we go. That makes me feel a little bit better. Is this guy alive? He looks alive.
Thanks.
That's okay. Okay. So this is just one part of the mission. One part of the mission. This is cool. This is cool. Okay. I don't know why we can't have the Normandy people. Surely that would be easier than this cannon fodder, as she so politely puts it. You would have thought, but maybe it's just me being stupid. There we go. There we go. Uh-oh. From where? Who? I should be taking advantage of... There we go. Oh my god! Where to? Where are we going here though? This doesn't look right. We are not doing badly.
Thanks.
It's not the kind of voice I expected a Turian to have. Ah, more of them.
Thanks.
They all have the exact same voice. I mean, don't get me wrong. Not complaining. It's just a bit weird.
Listen now. Last chance, Talon. Answer one. What the? Back off!
I don't think so.
Who's that, Nyreen? Oh, is she gonna... He looks good. He looks like General Grievous.
Take care of the wounded and scavenge what you can. I want us out of here ASAP.
You heard the boss. Move it.
Looks like we found the Talon leader.
My. Nyreen, aren't you full of surprises?
Aria. The deception was necessary. I needed to figure out what your plans were. The people on Omega depend on us. I couldn't risk compromising our operation.
Not exactly standard procedures for a street gang.
When Cerberus invaded, the Talons were a mess. I brought new direction.
I like her.
The General's been hunting us ever since. Right now, he's attacking one of our outposts. That's where I need to be.
We're done here, boss.
Right. Aria, Commander Shepard, whatever you're here for, the answer's no. Kindly escort yourselves off Talon territory.
The fuck?
We're here to help. We'll talk about it after we reach your outpost.
It's a generous offer. Aria, does the commander also speak for you?
Not the way I would have put it, but that's the idea.
All right then. Come with me.
So Nyreen is more regimented and Aria is more chaos, basically. Which, you know,
You've improved your biotics since last I saw you.
You noticed the biotic grenades?
You always did like blowing things up, given half a chance.
I wonder if we're going to have to make the choice of who the leader for Omega is going to be. Could be a hard one. Could be.
Rampart mechs incoming!
Aha, okay. Said it once, I'll say it again. Combat on this game is one of the best I've seen. And bearing in mind it's a remaster,
Behind to cover their retreat.
that is crazy. God, how much more has it got on it? There we go. Oh. Oh. Oh, wait. What does this do? I don't want to mess it up. Where is the... No, where's the weapons? Bonus codex entries? I doubt it. Technology? Weapons. Here we go. Small arms? No. No. Is it a cerberus gun? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe. Gotta be, right? Gotta be. I don't know what it does. Where's the thing? Codex then? Weapons? Aha!
Before the introduction of the M560 Hydra, missile launchers either focused on bringing down a single armored target or simultaneously neutralizing multiple unarmored opponents.
Ooh.
With the Hydra, a soldier no longer needs to choose between the
Oh,
two.
okay, I read all that. This looks like a good weapon, if we can use it. Okay, let's go. Let's see how this works. This is going to be fun. Oh no. Oh no, I've still got it. Okay, good. Oh no. No! I don't want to use my... Bugger. Oh no, I can pick it up, great.
This way.
Which way? Up there, okay. Good. I still got it? I do. Well, now where? Oh. It's a bit dark. Very dark. Were we heading down? I thought we were heading up. Does it not necessarily matter? This is a really, like, fleshed out bit of DLC. Like, as an extra mission, this is pretty crazy.
I hope you're not afraid of heights.
Oh, I love heights. I want to go bungee jumping soon. And jump out of an aeroplane. Preferably with a parachute. That would be pretty cool too. god, they're going to argue the whole time, aren't they? And neither's going to want to be in charge of the other, and oh, Jesus. What on earth kind of weapon is she using? Oh god. Once the barrier's off them, they are fairly weak. I'm hearing bots. Where is it? Oh god, okay. Yeah, I think we just leave.
Lockdown system's been compromised so many times it hardly knows up from down anymore. Nyreen to base. Need an engineer at the catwalk's entrance. Door's jammed again. This may take a moment.
Okay, well, let's bring out the big guns in that case.
You're not just using the catwalks as a secret passage to the base, are you?
A long drop is the best way to get rid of unwanted guests around here.
I need to get that nemesis. Where is it? Where is it?
They're working on it.
There we go.
They've hacked the bridge controls.
God, there is a lot. Another 2 atlases. Oh, shit. Have we not got anything bigger? Nothing bigger. I fail to believe we have nothing bigger. It is what it is. Oh, nice. Okay.
Doors open. Let's go.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, okay,
Hurry
glass.
up. I need to get to my people.
Yeah.
It's good to see you, boss.
Oh. Oh. God. How big is... Obviously it's Omega, but... I just wasn't expecting the sheer mass of Omega.
We'll be evacuating this location as soon as possible. Try not to interfere with my people's work.
Intel just reported in. The group of civilians we managed to evac arrived safely at the other outpost.
See, would Aria have done that? That's what I'm trying to ask myself.
Routine sweeps reporting nothing new on the adjutant presence.
Adjutants?
Creatures created by Cerberus. They eviscerate their victims' DNA, converting them into more adjutants.
Some kind of Reaper-based weapon. I fought them before. They're a nightmare.
It got worse after you left. Cerberus lost control of them. Those things tore apart the gangs, then attacked everyone in sight. If Cerberus hadn't found a way to contain them, the entire station would be infected by now.
Is that our fault? Because the collector base?
Keeping your people alive through that couldn't have been easy.
I watched friends get turned into monsters, and I had to kill them. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an outpost to defend.
The adjutants really got under her skin.
So is there...
Hey, Commander. I just wanted to say thank you.
That's...
Just
so.
reported into the boss. Still no adjutants. Thank the spirits for that.
Should we even be bothering with this? There hasn't been any others since that dog were returned, right?
Look, I know you're new to this outfit.
Word is the attack on the station was led by Aria and that she's on board. Boss is heading off to investigate. Try to stay out of trouble while she's gone and don't get caught. Our forces are tied down right now. Okay. Okay.
Cerberus is backing off for now. Make sure the scouts keep an eye out for the next attack.
You've done an excellent job, Nyreen, but I'll be taking over now. You know what happens to people who argue with me.
Oh, God.
And if I say no, you'll just kill me and take over? My people won't stand for that.
Yes, they do seem nauseatingly loyal. Either way, I'll get what I want.
Not this time.
The truth is, none of us can do this alone. Our only chance is to join forces.
You might be right, but the people of Omega are my priority.
You take over one gang and you think you're ready to decide what's best for Omega? Now you watch and learn.
Everything's in place. The entire station's connected.
People of Omega, I have returned. Cerberus believes they have beaten you. They believe they have you under control. They are gravely mistaken. You are the lawless of the galaxy. You cannot be beaten, and you will never be controlled. Be ready. Your chance to strike out against your oppressors is coming. Together we will take Omega back!
That's your plan? Throw civilians at Cerberus?
Anything is better than being locked up like mindless animals waiting for slaughter.
I know what you're up to, Aria. And I don't like it. I have civilians to evacuate. I'll deal with this later. Alright, let's get these people ready to go. Now!
The issue is...
Trying? The people of Omega, my people, love a good street fight. When it breaks loose, they'll be ready. Nyreen's code of ethics won't let her sit by if civilians are exposed. It's what makes her utterly predictable and therefore easy to manipulate.
Cerberus is launching another offensive.
Looks like I'm not the only one who didn't like your little speech, Aria.
Glad I got his attention.
Commander, landing pads are yours. My people and I will hold the main doors.
Got it.
Wait, which way do you want me to... Oh, I see. Okay. The issue being that Aria does rule with an iron fist, but in, like, a good way, so to speak. Wait, was there a lift or something I'm missing? Hold on, where am I going? Oh, okay. I don't know if Nyreen is too diplomatic and too, like, not as gun-ho as Aria is, which could be a detriment to Omega. Like, if we were talking the Citadel, no, I wouldn't have Aria in front, you know, in charge of the Citadel, because obviously she's not that kind of gal. But would I have her in charge of Omega? Yeah, because she can control them to a degree. Whilst I don't know if they would listen to Nyreen. It's going to depend. I haven't got enough information to make my decision yet, if it does come down to that, which I think it probably will. I wasn't expecting there to be so many. good? Ah. Yeah, almost. Where is this mech? Oh, there it is. Do you now? Do you? I would never have guessed. Good God. Ah. Oh. Anything crazy? Any big guns at all? Can't see anything. Can I use that? Ow! No, I can't use that. Jesus Christ, at 100% shield? I guess it's got a generator near it, has it? Did that knock anything offline? I doubt it. Need to move up. Yeah, there is. There's a fucking shield pylon. Ah. Don't actually know if this is doing anything. Not really. Where's the generator? Oh, nice, we got it. Okay, cool, cool, cool.
That's it. Cerberus is pulling out. Let's talk, Shepard. The Talons will join your cause. Someone's got to make sure you don't run roughshod over our people.
You see, Shepard?
Let me guess. She said I was predictable and therefore easy to manipulate.
Pretty much word for word. She thinks she's playing you.
Nothing new here. One thing, though. I maintain command over my people. This is not up for debate.
Just have them ready.
Oh, they'll be ready.
I like how they're bringing a renegade and paragon choice to both sides, really. It kind of feels like that anyway. Like, although they're both technically pretty shitty people.
We're almost there, Shepard. The Talons will be the frontline fodder. Now we just
is that the bodyguard for the nightclub?
The way to afterlife.
I think it is.
Which will release Omega civilians.
Cerberus will have 1 million fires to put out. In one fell swoop, we'll have the people in the Talons working for us.
You handled Nyreen perfectly and got us an army.
She wears her weakness on her chest. It would take more effort to stop myself from exploiting it.
Let's hope she's up to the task.
You and I will have to keep her on point. Now, I'll be at the command console plotting our next move.
Urgently, your attention, if you please.
Things are starting to heat up over here. We need to bring you in fast.
Yes.
Tentative excitement. Welcome to Herod's Emporium, human. Relieved, I am grateful for Aria's return. Hidden back room was getting confining. Her patrol liberated me. Cunningly, I have a plan to recoup my losses since the Cerberus takeover. Informative. The general throughout Aria's...
Oh no, he was in charge of a shop, wasn't he?
Taking over, I would like to gain her favor by returning it. Temptingly, if you find it and send me the coordinates, I will make it worth your while.
It's not a priority, but I'll keep my eyes open.
Appreciative. Upon success, I will give you a finder's fee for your trouble.
I'll let you know.
Courteously, have a nice day. Take a look at my kiosk if you want to buy anything.
I wonder if they give
Approvingly, welcome back.
Krogan like
Tentative anticipation.
a run for their money, because they look fairly tough. They really do. Okay.
Please enjoy your shopping.
Okay. Is there anything there for me? Not massively. Thermal scope might be nice for someone, but I'm not. Jesus, they bombing us? Is there anything else I need to do here? No. Okay. Okay. Think we're good. Everybody good?
Scouts are ready to go.
Alright, Golden.
Talk to me, Az.
I've located the source that's powering the Cerberus force fields.
Yes, I see. Shepard, take a look at this. The General is siphoning power from one of my main reactors deep in the bowels of Omega's mines.
Unfortunately, access is cut off by the force fields themselves.
Not completely. There's an open route through that dark area, then up.
The processing plant for one of the mines. It's been powered down. No force fields blocking it.
We infiltrate there, find our way through the mine, then take that elevator to the reactor's back door.
Good eyes, Shepard. Let's go.
Not without me.
Aria, my patrol, quarter in the perimeter.
Please. You didn't catch me. We're allies now. Didn't Aria tell you?
Nyreen was expected, Bray. Return to your station.
Nice.
The Talons are ready, but if I'm sending my people into the breach, I want to make sure those force fields come down for good. So like it or not, you're stuck with me.
It's almost as if you don't trust me.
You don't trust
It's
her,
exactly as if I don't trust you.
We're going to war together. I'll make sure we can rely on each other.
Agreed, Commander. Glad one of you isn't on a power trip.
Go wait by the med bay, Nyreen. We'll join you shortly.
See, I don't know if Nyreen
Shepard, I have
is
last-minute orders to dole out. I'll meet you there too.
smart, but like in the way that... Because I don't feel Aria is, right? I feel she just runs things, as she says, with an iron fist. So I don't know if she's got
Shepard,
the
got a
intelligence...
second?
Oh, God.
I know time is short, but I was hoping we could talk.
Aria will be joining us soon. Now may be our only chance.
Oh, no.
I'm not trying to undermine Aria. I know she has to be ruthless.
Mm-hmm.
Let her have revenge. I'm not doing this for me, and I'm not doing it for Aria or what we once had.
It's for the people of Omega. I get it.
Someone has to be their voice in all this. Incredibly powerful forces are about to do battle, with them caught in the middle. I just hope, as we bring down those force fields and go to war, that you can keep the people in mind.
What's your impression of Petrovsky?
An adversary worthy of respect. And not just because he's shrewd. When I was starting to organize the Talons, he offered amnesty to anyone who set down their weapon. A few of my people surrendered, and he made good on his word.
So he has a code.
And, as near as I can tell, it doesn't exactly match the elusive man's.
Right.
Are your people ready for the fight?
You needn't worry about the Talons, Shepard. They were thieves and scoundrels once, but they serve with integrity now. We're fighting for a better world. I have to wonder if the same can be said for our Asari friend. I suppose we'll know soon enough.
How did you get mixed up with Aria?
I was happy in the Turian military, but when my biotic abilities started to manifest, my superiors saw fit to reallocate me. They practically locked me away. I I couldn't use my skills to benefit my people, so I quit. I floated around the galaxy, looking for a new purpose.
And you found your way here?
More like I lost my way here. But then there was this beautiful, fierce creature who didn't let anyone define her. I'll admit, I was mesmerized. I wanted a little bit of that to rub off on me.
How close were you two?
The draw was undeniable. Her strengths mirrored my insecurities. Maybe deep down it was the same for her. But trying to be with her turned into trying to be her. Nyreen Kandros was vanishing.
You seem like your own person to me.
For all the drama between us, I'm grateful to Aria. She helped me remember who I am. It took a lot to break away from her, but I regret nothing.
You're a veteran.
I hope we haven't got to choose, but I feel like that's going to be
I know
the
fighting
choice.
Reapers is old hat to you, Commander. But these... what they do to people... they could still be out there. And if they return, I don't want to even think about what would happen to Omega's people. The image of that drives me and haunts me.
What do you know about the Cerberus force fields?
The technology comes from beyond the Omega-4 relay. Flesh disintegrates upon contact. The power required must be enormous. I fear that disrupting it could destabilize other systems on the station. I hope we'll proceed with care and certainty.
I appreciate it, Nyreen.
She's got a clear head on her. She's very for the people, with the people, whilst Aria isn't necessarily. Like, numbers are just things to throw at Cerberus. Which I get. Like, yeah, let's go, buddy. Now we're up high. Is this the last one, do you think? I doubt it. I doubt it.
We're arriving at one of the ESO processing plants. It's been powered down, so we'll have to pry open the door.
I'll get it.
Access to the mine should be on the far side.
And the reactor is beyond that?
According to the schematics. I ran Omega, Nyreen. I didn't work the mines myself.
No. You had indentured servants for that. Spirits.
Relax. They're all Cerberus.
They've been ripped to shreds.
I don't like this.
Okay, so do these... I thought these would turn to Agenants, or whatever they're called, because they got attacked. Or is that not... that's not the case. Well, if they're going to come from anywhere... Yes. Okay. Okay. Oh, God.
The elevator to the mines is through that door.
It's deactivated.
Then we need to power this place up. There should be a master circuit breaker somewhere.
These pipes power the door. We should follow them.
What, these? Aha. Good plan. Okay. Well, that isn't particularly helpful. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Apparently it could be. Okay. No? No. Okay. Okay.
The whispering's receding.
Maybe the adjutant doesn't like its odds.
Don't kid yourself. I've seen one of those things take down a squad of soldiers.
I didn't hear any whispering. Is that what that noise is?
Down this ladder.
Why are we shouting when we've seen everyone get ripped to shreds? Does anybody want to explain that? Oh, God. What are we looking for then, guys?
There's the power control.
Where? Oh. Well, of course it is. I mean, why did I not see that? Gonna make a little noise.
When this is over, there'll be a lot of repairs to make.
I hope you'll focus on the civilian areas first.
You are relentless.
That's one thing we have in common.
Spirit!
Unload on it.
Nyreen, wake up!
Oh.
I hate those things.
Hate should make you deadlier. That looked like fear to me.
All right, back to the door.
Okay. One can only assume we have a lot of them to fight. More than likely. We can try and run though. I don't think it's going to work for 1 second.
Another one.
Where?
Fire at will.
Where? Jesus. It's got to be it, right? Ah.
Look alive. More adjutants.
Yeah, but how do we...
Elevator's on its way.
Okay.
Can't let them escape.
Where is it? Oh, God! Jesus Christ!
I think we got them all.
Let's try the elevator again. Stay alert.
Ah, of course.
All right, into the elevator.
I'll seal the door. Just in case.
Onto the mines.
Oh, I imagine they're going to be dropping onto us, are they?
What's eating you?
Just processing. It's clear the General sealed that area to keep the adjutants in.
Along with some unlucky soldiers.
Yes. The creatures killed them, but didn't turn them into more adjutants. Can't shake it. Something's off.
You're just spooked.
I did wonder
There's a
why
rhythm
they
to
weren't
this place,
turned.
Aria. To Cerberus. If you'd stuck it out here, maybe you'd feel it too.
Whatever's in our way, we'll deal with it.
So does the General of Cerberus, this guy on Omega, care about everyone then?
You can hear the drills. Damn it. They shouldn't be straining like that.
Cerberus must be working them hard.
Access to the reactor is somewhere on the upper level.
Let's find a way up there.
So we shouldn't be up against any more adjutants, although looking over there, that looks as if it could only be such a thing. God, look at the size of this place. Oh no, is that Mined Rock? Maybe it's Mined Rock? Looks like Mined Rock. Which way are we wanting to go? Ah! Ow! 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 Oh, my team's flanking. Great. Alright. Let's get the high ground, that would be good. Oh god. Who's screaming? This place is huge again.
Right. Understood. We can use that maintenance elevator across the way.
Okay.
Cross.
Ah, of course. Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we? Uh-oh. Okay, well that did some damage. Okay.
Looks like that goes under the conveyor belt.
Sorry, I'm not talking much. I'm not meaning to not. It's just there's a lot going on.
Bastards are running this place too hot. It'll burn out in a month.
Stay focused.
Going to get us there.
Head up.
Mm-hmm. There's not really a method to my madness, I gotta be honest. Oh god. Didn't see them. The lift should be to my right. Yeah.
Hit the
wonderful.
switch.
They know our target. Expect heavy reinforcements.
Mechs.
Just stay focused and find the access
Mechs on
point to the
mechs.
reactor.
Okay.
Checkpoint 247. Update enemy location. Checkpoint 247. Are you there?
Go through here? No? Okay. Interesting. What way then? This way? No? Okay. Alright.
Looks like Cerberus invaded here. Killed everyone.
Now we're paying them back in kind.
I'm sure your dead workers feel much better now.
So, sorry, which way? Is there a button I'm missing? Ow. No. Ah. Okay then.
The elevator to the reactor is across the way.
Jesus, look at all that. Is that ESO, is it? Or is it just valuable material? Ugh.
Careful. This place is falling apart.
Jesus. It only makes sense for Cerberus.
We're not being attacked anymore.
Yep, be ready for anything.
They've released adjutants? They must have. I wonder if he does have control of the adjutants. And it was a false narrative that they had lost control, just to gain trust with people. Oh, he locked them away. But did he? Maybe they always had control. Nyreen? Oh, there you are. Alright. Oh. Ooh.
There's the reactor. Straight ahead.
You don't say. Okay. You're not going to fight us around the reactor, surely?
I commend you. Your plan of attack was impeccable.
Looks like we were expected.
More like lured.
I knew the reactor would be the hard target. I gave you no choice but this route.
It's too bad you're on the elusive man's side, Petrovsky.
I'm on humanity's side. You're the ones trying to start a war for the glory of Aria. But now it's over.
This isn't over until your next of kin can't identify.
This is interesting.
I love your bravado, but have the sense to know when you're beaten. You've been neutralized, and I can leave you there to rot. You might as well give up.
Never.
Aria, what are you thinking?
I'm not going out like this. Aria, don't!
What the hell is she trying to do? Damn it, Aria, you're forcing my hand. We'll do it your way then.
Nyreen! Max!
Jesus. She is strong. Super strong. Wait, was that one behind me? No. Go, nice, nice, nice. Ow. Okay, so when they fizzle on the ground, they're still harmful to me, which is good to know. Ah. How many more bots are there? What the what am I expected to do? Oh, I see, okay. God, I'm running out of ammo though, is the problem. I just need to run quickly. Quickly. Right. What do I need to do?
You can't do this, Commander. There's more at stake than you know. That reactor powers life support systems for dozens of wards across the station. Shut it down and thousands of people perish.
You hearing this, Aria?
Yes, and I don't care. Shut it down. Shepard, don't. Try rerouting power away from the force fields.
Damn it. Hold tight down there.
Rerouting the power to maintain the other systems.
Are you crazy? We're almost spent. Nyreen, watch your flank.
This is who you're working for, Shepard. She doesn't care who gets hurt.
What are you waiting for? Overload the reactor.
She'd just thrown thousands of lives away.
Shepard, Nyreen's down. I'm stabilizing. You can't reroute power in time. Hit the fucking overload. Now.
This shouldn't be that hard. Maybe something inside is holding you back. Maybe deep down you're starting to think the galaxy might be better off without her. She's never going to learn. She'll never change. Even if you win. Oh.
Shut up.
So be it. All units, battle stations, prepare for attack. Get the demolition crews into position.
You okay?
Despite your best efforts to kill me, your soft heart almost cost me everything.
Shepard tried rerouting power to save innocent lives. It was the right thing.
I suppose. Whatever. You fought bravely against those mechs in there, Nyreen. Very impressive.
I did try.
But?
Why can't you bring that same grit when adjutants attack? It's pathetic. You tense up at the mere mention of those abominations.
Lay off. She just saved you.
I'm trying to help her, Shepard. Call it tough love. The war's starting. I don't mean to miss it.
I mean, on the third
Just
attempt,
never been big on thank yous.
I have to do something, right? I have to overload the reactor.
Getting reports. All force fields down. Civilians taking to the streets in droves. Cerberus pulling back.
That won't last.
The people don't have the training to go up against Cerberus front lines. They'll be wiped out.
Civilian casualties can't be avoided. You'll have to accept this.
Say what you will, Aria. I won't allow senseless deaths.
Do what you can to protect them.
Of course, Commander.
Aria, Bray here.
Report.
My team is scouting the maintenance tunnels. We've encountered Cerberus forces escorting engineers. They're moving gear. Look to be setting explosives to the station's central support columns.
Jesus.
Bray, engage. Delay them as long as you can. We're coming.
Got it. Roll out, people.
If they detonate the main column, they'll cut off the way to Afterlife. The Talon offensive will be stopped cold.
So we split up.
Yes. Nyreen, lead the frontal assault. Shepard and I will meet you in the markets after we've taken care of those bombs.
Of course. Don't count on me building your memorials if you get yourselves killed.
I prefer if you
I
didn't.
like it when you're feisty. The only route to the central column is through the tunnels.
Aria's here.
Okay. This is going to be a long-ass episode, huh? Not that you guys will complain, necessarily. That's what I said I was going to do, so I hope you've enjoyed. If you've gotten this far, let me know in the comments as well. I'd love to see you slogging it out with me. Oh god! There we go. Very nice.
Reinforcements!
Jesus Christ. God, there's so many. This is just to take home Meg. What the hell's going to happen when the Reapers actually have their final battle with us? Fuck me, is there a Nemesis nearby? There is. That'll be it. Where is it? There it is. There we go. Okay. Where are we going now?
We can extend the dam in the control room. That should get us across. Let's go.
Does make me think if if they would have survived regardless. So the couches. Nice.
Excellent.
Eric, found what you wanted. Sending you the coordinates now.
Is that my couch?
Okay.
Shepard, we need to get to the central column before Cerberus sets off those bombs.
Okay. Well, it seems to say central support, so I'm assuming it's this way. That's dusty as hell.
We're hitting less resistance. I think they're sending forces your way.
They're messing with the support columns. We have to stop them.
That was a good couple of kills straight off the bat.
Over there! We can get to the bomb controls once the access panels are open. This way.
Got it.
There's 4 of them.
Those bombs just went live. The console is locked. We'll have to manually disable them.
Well, there's definitely 4 of them.
Take care of the bombs, Shepard. I'll handle Cerberus.
Will you, Day? Yeah. Well, we'll see, I guess.
3 left.
Okay. Jesus. See, that's the heavy area.
Just 1 to go.
Easy.
Shutdown imminent. Let's clear the room.
Oh, Jesus. Somebody is in a lot of pain.
No motion detected.
That's it, right?
Over here.
We're clear.
Good. Nyreen, things are under control here. What's your situation?
We're advancing through the Gozu district. Move forward. Keep that flank covered.
Yes, boss.
We're holding our own, but Cerberus has started targeting the civilians. Reports that casualties are coming in from all sectors.
Save those you can. Head for the rendezvous point. We'll meet you there.
We'll do what we can. Nyreen out.
So how exactly do we get to Afterlife from here?
I'm thinking the straightforward approach for a change.
That'll do it. God, I am starting to get a little bit tired now, though, so I might have to call this soon. But, I mean, if we can complete this whilst playing all the rest, I mean, hell, we've done well, I think.
Cerberus.
How do you know that? Could be the talent. Never mind.
Yes, Aria.
Jesus. Okay. Oh, good. Oh, good news.
Looks like they bit off more than they could chew.
We should get a move on.
Who, Cerberus or the adjutants? Probably Cerberus, right?
Those idiots were experimenting on adjutants.
That explains the ones we saw earlier.
Extra security. The doors only open one at a time.
Makes sense, considering what they had locked up in here.
Door's unlocked. Let's get out of here. That doorway leads to the Gozu district.
Okay.
Look out!
The fuck was that? I really like how it feels like a real battle, and it does.
Focus on
Fuck.
the Atlas.
Ah, God. What, along with the Nemesis? Ah, God. There we go, there we go, there we go. Nice, 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 nice. God, I can just hear shots from everywhere. The Nemesis is still up. Come on. There we go. High ground is probably going to be useful. Okay. This is a hefty bit of DLC. I mean, I am happy with this. I am super happy with this. I like they just didn't use one mission to take out Omega, you know what I mean? Which they could have easily done. We've seen it before. I like how there's just levels to it. You feel like you're properly taking on a fortress.
This looks familiar.
I liked it better when Morden Solis was here shooting up looters.
Morden is dead.
Pity. He was a very practical kind of Solarian.
He was a great Solarian. He was very good. Very, very good. That sounds like another Atlas.
Take out the turret.
That sounded meaty. And hopefully it was. Can't see a fucking thing.
We're almost there.
Almost where though?
Friendly's incoming. Nyreen is waiting for you two in the markets.
If that Talon scout hadn't found us earlier, we'd be dead.
And the only chance at redemption.
The Mad Prophet. The guy from the market, right? I think. You guys okay?
We should be out there fighting with them.
Don't blame you. Don't blame you. God, they've made such a good job of this. They just have.
Cerberus is still on my station. Of course something's not right.
Not what I was talking about. I'm checking this out. Going radio silent.
What the hell is she doing?
Where's Nyreen?
Scouting ahead. We've got our hands full holding this area.
She's going on to Afterlife.
They're retreating!
Jesus. Go on, Nyreen, you can deal with it. Come on, Nyreen. Yay.
That's it. Tell your boss I'm coming for him.
Oh my.
Enough! You all!
Well, not me, preferably. Stay calm.
Petrovsky dies. Now.
Oh, Nyreen. Well, it looks a lot different without all the music and lights.
Kandros was a good soldier. It's a shame she had to die for your petty ambitions.
You're a dead man.
No, wait! What now, Petrovsky?
Divide and conquer, Commander. Kandros killed the adjutants we hadn't finished experimenting on. These are fully under our control. The potency for our future armor. Hold the perimeter. Keep Shepard away from those generators.
I just need to be so careful. Oh my god! It's fucking ridiculous. This is difficult. Well, I can't release them all at the same time. For goodness sake. wonder I was dying. See, I don't think this is actually going to work. I'll be excruciatingly surprised. Okay, the only thing she's not able to kill is those things. Fuck. Go away. God. No. God, we are a mess. We've got to be nearly done.
Surrender.
Oh my god, that was a lot right at the end.
Cease and desist all aggression. It's over.
I mean, I have to commend him for that. Actually surrendering? Who was he playing against? The elusive man, probably, right?
Commander Shepard, I surrender myself into your custody.
That is the most pathetic thing I've ever heard.
Shepard, I'm unarmed, and I can give the Alliance intel on the elusive man.
You'll say anything to save your skin.
I let you escape, Omega. I deserve mercy.
He does.
Is this true, Aria?
Yes. Cerberus had successfully taken the station and he let me go. Do you feel that, Oleg? That's death. Only inches away. Remember this feeling.
Don't kill him.
I'm letting you.
Oh, thank God.
For my partner and for the war against your master. You better cooperate. Take him, Shepard. You and your alliance can decide his fate. Just get this filth off my station.
Commander, glad to see you've had a calming effect on Ms. Talok.
I tried talking sense into her one time. I look forward to hearing how you pulled it off.
Don't assume you know where this is going.
What? From what I understand, high-ranking Alliance POWs lead fairly comfortable lives. Who knows? You and I may even become friends.
That's not happening. Bray, get him out of here.
Wow. What an ending.
I've been waiting to kill that man for months. Walk around with you for a few hours and I go all soft. You're like a disease.
This victory came at a cost, Aria. It's not soft to recognize that.
You sound like someone trying to sell something. I admire your tenacity. And thanks to you, I have Omega back.
So what's your plan?
There's a lot to rebuild. Starting with this command center. It may take some time to remove the general stink from my throne. Wonder if I'll ever really enjoy the pole dancing in here again.
The citizens of Omega have been through a lot, Aria. Try to remember that.
Shame about
How can I
Nyreen.
forget? There are reminders everywhere I look. And don't worry. I'll honor our arrangement. Troops, ships, and a mountain of Ezo. You earned it.
Then I'll be going.
Bray will take you back. I have a station to whip into shape. Citizens of Omega, hear me. I,
Aria Talok, have given you back your lives.
My rule is reignited. My hand is on the controls once more, and I will not let go again.
Each of you owes a debt. Gain my favor by rounding up the remaining
Cerberus invaders, and we will cast them from our home. Then bury and mourn our dead.
My methods haven't always been popular, and I can't promise that will change.
But securing this station and everyone inside it is now my primary purpose. No one will imprison us again.
We may be bruised. We may be bloodied.
Our Omega.
You always get these crap details, Bray?
Not this time. You got a galaxy to save. Let's get you off this rock.
Wow. Jesus, what an episode. This is probably close to 3 hours, if not more. Oh, right. I'm off to bed. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I hope you've obviously enjoyed this episode. I can't guarantee they're always going to be this length, but I am looking to obviously make them longer and more prominent, more yeah, just more story sort of games coming at you a lot more often. But thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.